Hello and welcome to the single greatest night of my gaming experience. Idle Champions presents the Trials of Mount Tiamat, episode 7, in which tonight our heroes will face the Queen of the Dragons herself, Tiamat. Now, I've realized this becomes difficult to visualize on occasion. First of all, thank you to Idle Champions for having us. I need y'all to know I have had this like deluxe sexy dice box next to me for 7 weeks. I've remembered to show it exactly once. So there you go. That's twice now. Thank you to Idle Champions. When last we met, our heroes had completed their mission of cleansing the forest and encountered Tiamat herself, who escorted our heroes from Group 2 into the mouth of the volcano, which has begun actively erupting thanks to the heroics of Group Number 1 to impede the Cult of the Dragon and hopefully harm Tiamat herself. We will dive back into this contest momentarily, but I would also remind you all that battle has been waged all over this mountain. This is a multi-pronged assault on the Cult of the Dragon to stop Tiamat's total resurrection. She already is here on the prime material plane, physically in Faerun, but she is yet to achieve her full power, or worse yet, even more power, based on tapping into some of the dark magics of this mountain in particular. Thanks to the heroics of Group 2, that flow of energy was impeded, where you would have had to fight an even stronger version of Tiamat. We do have all of our heroes from Groups 1 and Group 2, but for the sake of everyone's screen and sanity, I don't have them all up on the screen right now to introduce, and thanks for being here. Pending how this goes, pending who lives, maybe we'll get hello and thank yous at the end when it comes back. But you're gonna see some very familiar faces here shortly. There is just one last thing that I wanted to share with you because I believe it's important. So a person is roughly this size. See, we got this, and he's a big old boy. You can't tell because it's not zooming in on him, but he's a big old knight, right? That's a person.
Oh no.
Here we go.
Boy.
This is Tiamat.
Ooh.
You see, a person fits very easily in just one of her mouths here. She is a big, beautiful girl. She is the Queen of Dragons, a goddess in her own right. And today, we're going to make sure for all time that everybody puts some respect on her name. And I'm going to kiss the blue head. I don't know why. All of you have beef with the blue head for some reason. But I do need the record to show Havilar called dibs on the blue head before Minsk did. We will see how that works out practically, but dibs was stated outright. Yeah, I love this thing so much. So we're gonna put her back over there. Now, in a characteristic moment of heroism, honestly worthy of Minsk himself, when faced with the revelation that Tiamat, the Dark Lady, was in fact Tiamat, at the full scale of the enemy that was before you, Whittle, in a characteristic bit of quick thinking, hit time stop. So we will come back there, Whittle, as your group beaten and broken, and you were aware that help was approaching, but currently only the 5 of you stand before Tiamat, who is preening and cocky and gargantuan. What would you like to do, Whittle?
So after Whittle casts time stop, everything stops except for Whittle. I have no idea if these things are going to affect Tiamat as a whole or one individual head. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it. First, I'm going to cast Fizzband Shield on myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to cast Feeble Mind, which has an int 19 save.
Whittle, as you cast your Fizzband Shield, that goes off. And when you raise your hand to activate Feeble Mind, nothing happens. And behind you, you hear a voice say, I don't think that is going to be effective.
I was just kidding. I wasn't going to cast it.
As you turn around, you see a woman in a black dress wearing an alabaster mask with black hair that hangs straight down at the shoulders. And she is looking down at the ground, not at you in particular. You're Whittle, right?
Who's asking?
She just raises her head very slowly and looks at you, and you feel cold to the core of your being when you meet her gaze, Whittle.
Yep. It's you asking. It's me. I'm Whittle.
You notice she's got black feathers all along her shoulders and down the back of her gown. And she doesn't move, and she's just right next to you. Could I ask you a question, Whittle?
I mean, I don't think I have a choice, so yeah, sure, shoot.
Are you afraid to die?
I mean, when I die, I go to the Shadowfell, right? So there's a place for me. It's not the best place, but...
The Shadowfell, really?
Oh yeah, it's a great vacation destination. You should go there sometime.
I think I know it well. And she reaches out and she just touches your hair. I think we're going to be good friends, Whittle. I can't guarantee your safety here. I don't think. And she looks up at Tiamat, that the mother and queen of dragons has been treated fairly. Do you?
No, you know what? I've been struggling with this. I actually kind of started to like Tiamat, and I felt guilty for the thing that I totally wasn't going to do a second ago.
She turns and she looks over at Shaka, and she says, by the time this night is done, I will have claimed 2 of you. Your soul already is mine, in a manner of speaking. If you choose now who comes with me, I will help you.
I mean, is he talking to both Shaka and Whittle?
Yeah, she just, yeah. She specifically points at Shaka, and she said, you're already hers, in a manner speaking. But if you pick any 2 that are hers instead, she'll help you.
Oh, I have to pick?
Or I can.
Oh, okay.
We're all frozen, so we don't hear any of this.
You're out. It's outside time. Yep.
Okay. I pick Shaka. But you're not gonna hurt him, are you?
No. You already chose to save him. You brought him back. Now you give him away. Why?
To be honest, I didn't really think it through.
That is uncharacteristically honest. She stops and she extends her hand to you and she says, I will do you one kindness.
Okay.
Do you take her hand?
Yep.
She moves you about 5 feet to the side. And she says, you can thank me later. And time restarts and lava erupts out of the ground right where you were standing, Whittle. Everywhere. Group one, who is Averin, Brig Hellclaw, Celise, Baloth the Entertainer, and Havilar. The 5 of you come flying towards the lip of this volcano. As freely warned you, everyone had engaged Tiamat. As you come cresting over it, you see Tiamat in her full terrible glory, standing there, all 5 heads smiling as much as dragon heads can smile, with 5 other people arrayed around her. You see Dahani, Penelope, Whittle, Minsk, and Shaka, and also a gold dragon arrayed against her at the same time. But Tiamat seems largely unconcerned by this. As you all come flying over, you see her black head turns up and looks at you, but the other 4 heads stay on the group. And she just says out loud, heroes. I guess this means you're declining my offer to go home and live.
Yep.
You are muted, Bailoth. I see your lips moving.
Well, not necessarily declining, but I was hoping negotiations regarding your appearance at the starring role in the Black Pits might be discussed a little further.
I will just say, content warning. There are some pets, some companions, some of them beloved pets and companions that absolutely will be imperiled over the course of this fight. Tiamat is a monster, and quite frankly, so am I. But for people that are sensitive to such things, I warn you in advance.
So Tiamat, I think we've got you on the fence. I think you're in quite danger. If you would like us to let up on you, or perhaps, put our arms behind our backs or our heads. Oh, we only have the one, most of us. But we're totally willing to give you a pass.
It so happens, in the interest of efficiency, we rolled initiative in advance, and it so happens Erin is first to go. Hang on, let me just check one thing here. Sorry, I need to put the lady herself in on my initiative tracker here. So give me just 1 second. Oh, sorry, she goes first. She, I know this will come as a complete shock, but she has a not insignificant initiative bonus. I need everyone that is here in the battle for group 1 and group 2 to give me a wisdom save. You don't have to tell me what you get, but the number you need to beat is a 26. Felice,
yes.
Do you have an anti-fear paladin aura?
I do, and everyone within 30 feet of me gets +2 on saving throws.
Dang.
But anybody within your aura cannot be feared at all?
No,
It's a lot to keep track of here. I know.
No, I think people can be feared, but they've got a resistance.
They get +2. All right.
Yep.
Just keep it. If you made the save, you are not frightened of her. If you make the save, you are. It's just a wave of terror. She just vibrates slightly, and something primal in the core of your being realizes, really for the first time, exactly what you're up against here. I will also say we only play with one house rule here, that a 20 always succeeds and a 1 always fails, even on a skill check. I saw Erin look really excited about something, so I was like, I should probably say this outright here. But yes, Erin, the only thing Tiamat chooses to do right now is activate her frightful presence.
I feel more confident. Now I feel more confident. Thank you. Thank you so much.
It is your turn.
Oh, okay. Tiamat, let's face it. I've always been a huge admirer of you, and you always trying to destroy the world and everything. I appreciate that. And so I would love to emulate your servants. And I quicken spell, and I cast True Polymorph, and I turn into a red Abishai. A big red dragon-like devil that typically serves Tiamat, and horns grow out of Erin's skull-like head, and he just wings erupt out of him and claws, and he just starts floating And with my action, I would like to use the ability of Incite Fanaticism.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to give, for the next minute, and this is no concentration, everyone around me, I want to give Havilar advantage on all attack rolls, and for her to be immune from being frightened, I want to give it to Celise. I want to give it to Baloth, and I want to give it to Brig.
Yeah.
So they all have advantage on attack rolls.
Excellent.
And can't be frightened. And that is my action.
Perfect.
Oh, this feels good. I like the... Oh, I see why you're into this.
You see all 5 heads just look at you and their eyes narrow. And now the white head starts talking and says, "You know, I'm nothing if not sporting. I think I will give you all a chance before I destroy you utterly." If that's it for Apron, Brig, it is your turn.
So I am not frightened then, right? Because of what he just did?
That would break you out of the frightened.
Great. So not being frightened, Brig does the one thing that he knows could be, it's his best and worst weapon at the same time. He's going to F things up, and he's going to shoot her with his Wand of Wonder with Tiamat as the target.
Okay.
So here I go. And if anyone knows what a Wand of Wonder is, it could be great. It could be crap.
It literally is a roll of the dice. Yep.
Okay, I rolled an 84, and that means...
You turn invisible.
That means I cast invisibility on myself. Poof.
Yep.
Traitor!
You see the green head turns and looks and just says, "That was probably smart, really. He's gonna live to tell the tale of this far and wide." Anything else from Brig?
I'm sure that one of those heads can see me. I'm assuming. I was gonna maybe try to flank behind. I mean, I don't know. Do I have a movement to get behind her? I'm gonna try to get behind her. Then
you absolutely can move. I mean, again, she's gargantuan, so there's plenty of room around her.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. All right. Anything else from Brig?
That's it.
All right, Celise.
This is probably going to be foolish, and it may get me killed.
I like where this is headed.
Because she threatened my dog, which I left behind. I'm not letting her kill Fenris. I'm gonna run up on her.
Is not here. Okay, all right.
Fenris jumped off and ran down the mountain to help some other group.
Perfect.
So I don't trust you not to kill my dog.
She absolutely was going to light up Fenris. She said she would, so it's better that he's not here.
I'm gonna do something foolish yet amazing and attack Tiamat with Searing Smite.
Have at it. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Let's see what happens. Ooh. I don't know if either of these will hit because it's Tiamat. Does a 30 hit Tiamat?
It does.
And does a 27 hit Tiamat?
It does. Get in.
All right.
And those were at advantage, don't forget.
Oh, true.
Yeah, you can crit fish.
I'll crit fish, but I don't know if I'm gonna do any better than that. I'm gonna re-roll one of them. I'm gonna re-roll both, but I might keep the other. I might keep them.
Okay.
Nope, I'm keeping my rolls.
All right.
No, I'm keeping those. That was no, thank you. And since I did smite at 4th level,
she is. You can smite regularly. She is immune to fire, so the searing smite will not work on her.
Okay, then I'll do a different smite, but I'm just adding d6s. While I do math.
You tried the searing smite. It just won't work on her.
Okay.
Give me the number when you got it. It is Baloth next, and then Havilar. Yeah, you can have at it, Baloth, while we're getting the number from Celise.
Ooh, very well. Now, I would like to state for the record that Baloth rolled a 19 on his wisdom saving throw and still failed because the DC was 26. So he felt that horrible dragon fear encroaching on him just as it was dispelled by Averin with his insight fanaticism. So he knows he's supposed to be afraid, and he acts as if he is. He starts backing up on his flying carpet like, oh, well, Tiamat, I can see this is a bad time. So why don't you have your people call my people, and we'll work out the details of your appearance. As he's backing up, he's going to employ Subtle Spell, spend one of his few remaining sorcery points to cast Major Image. So just off to the side, actually between our two groups, there's a flash of light, and a portal seems to open in the air. As an old man, dressed in the faded garb of a wizard, with 7 canaries circling around his head, walks through the portal and just says, "Ah, sister, the time of the final conflict has come."
The blackhead turns and looks at it, and looks back at you, Baloth, and says, "Ever tricky, Baradil."
Well, you can't blame a fella for trying. I knew you'd see right through that. Your magnificence. I'll just continue on my way.
You see the head actually leans down and looks you in the eye, Baloth, and says, "The mistake you made is he's nowhere near pretentious enough."
More pretentious. That is a very good note, and I will apply that next time.
Do you have that number, Celise?
I do, 27, 13 of which is from the smite.
Okay, you have drawn first blood on the Queen of Dragons. As a bright flash of light goes off, and you do see where you crack one of her scales, but she seems unfazed by this. Havilar, it is your turn.
Okay, so Havilar is hurting very badly from our previous encounters, and she's watched everybody be very tricky and smarter than her, and Tiamat has seen through a lot of it. So she's going to lean back on what she knows, and she's going to run up and she's going to attack that head that's leaning towards Baloth, which is not the head she dibs, but it's still good enough to hit.
It's not the dibs head, but it is lowered down. Yep.
But I won't take it. It's okay.
Go ahead and attack.
So it's 3 attacks with the glaive and 3 attacks with the back of it.
Have at it. Have at it. After this, it'll be the bottom of the round for you guys. So let's go ahead and resolve this here.
Okay, so 26 for the first one.
That is enough.
And then...
remember, these are advantage.
Yeah. Sorry, it's a little slow.
A lot's happening. D&D Beyond knows it too.
The second one's a 22.
That is not enough.
Okay, and then the third one... Oh, wait, but I want to use my superiority die.
Okay.
For precision strike. For the 22, that becomes a 26.
That is enough.
Okay, and then the third one... Come on, roll. Is a 20. Oh, I have great weapons. I forgot. I will add the superiority dice to that one too, and do the subtract it. So that one comes out to be a 26 again. Well, that worked out nicely.
Yep, that is a hit.
Okay, and then the 3 on the back.
Giggity.
Sorry, guys.
It's a lot happening. It's
just
fine.
A blur of
it's gonna happen with
the
everything.
Other
Yep.
end. That one super duper misses. Then it comes back up. That one is also a big stinky miss.
When we get to group 2 here in just a second, Dahani, you're on deck.
Okay, and then the last one with the back is a 28, so that one hits.
That is enough. Perfect.
Okay.
Give me the damage. However, Havilar,
Yes.
when you start hitting her, you all see all 5 heads look irritated, and she just says, "Fine, now I'm bored. and the whitehead goes off and breathes ice on all of Group 1 except Brig. Give me, because he got out of the way. He said he flanked. The rest of you are still in front of her.
Question: did I back up far enough on my flying carpet? It's got like a fair bit of speed.
What's the movement on it?
I believe it is 80.
I will say, let's see. That actually is not far enough to get away from her.
Okay.
Yeah. I need all of you to give me a DC 27 dex save.
Oh dear.
Ice and snow and hail all fired in all your directions. Again, except Brig Hellclaw, who is out of the way. She'll get to you later.
Did not make it.
Excellent. Did
This is
anyone make it? Yeah, Dex. No, Averin, this is just Group 1. No. You take 72 points of cold damage,
I'm dead.
Very
which
good.
I believe drops all of you but Averin, because he's in a different form now.
Yeah, so 72 and half is
36. 36. Just
At
when
least I
you
went
all-
out swinging.
Havilar,
oops.
That's yes.
when you hit the ground, you see that castle. You see the swirling green lights in the sky. And you see that woman again. Porcelain mask, black gown, feathers. And she's standing over you, and she says, Havilar, would you like my help?
I guess it depends on what kind of help, because the last time you helped me, it broke my brain, and I don't think that would be useful right now. But I also don't think I want to come to your house at the moment. He's looking up at the spooky castle. Oh my god, spooky castle.
In all of that endless flow of souls, all are swirling right towards the castle. And she says, if you're willing to pay the price, I will intervene.
What's the price?
You know what the price is.
But you make it fix. Is it gonna fix it? Because I don't think this is going well. I honestly don't think this is going well for anybody.
I think it's going to get much worse before it gets better.
Okay.
But there still may be time for you. Oh, and I can guarantee your sister's safety.
You're not gonna hurt anybody else, right?
That
Except Tiamat.
wasn't
Tiamat is
my
on the
offer.
table.
I promise Farida will be safe.
And this is the thing she said was gonna happen.
This is exactly what she told you would happen.
And
this
is way above my skill set.
She just holds her hand out to you, Havilar.
I feel like I'm gonna take it. I'm not sure I should take it. I'm gonna die.
While Havilar anguishes whether she should take the deal, Dahani, Group 2, you all see your friends arrived and promptly get lit up by Tiamat. And after the ice goes off, you see the whitehead just looks at Averin and winks, and the redhead turns towards all of you. Well, I suppose fair is fair. Do your worst. And all of you, well, some of you already made that. Remember, if you did not make that wisdom save, you are frightened of her. You can get no closer and you have disadvantage on attack rolls. However, Dahani, it is your turn.
It is Dahani's turn, and being the only one in Group 2 who knew who she was from the very beginning, succeeded on her frightful presence save.
Makes sense.
So
You were the only one who knew.
So Dahani is she's just gonna like consider this redhead for a second, and then it's like, it was nice while this game that we had was really, really nice, but I think I'm a little done and you like froze my friends. So she's gonna pull out her oath bow and say the command word, which I do believe is swift death to you who have wronged me. And,
Excellent.
and my attacks were a 25, a 26, a 25, and a natural 20.
Those are all hits.
Excellent. That is 66 points of damage as 2 arrows from the oath bow launch at the red head, kind of lodging somewhere in her forehead area. Like it's just meant to bother her.
Nice.
And then in that kind of moment, while she's kind of looking cross-eyed up at these arrows, she moves in with her 75 feet of flight and like kicks her with her feet for 2 flurry of blows talon attacks for those final 2 hits. And so now she's just kind of up in Tiamat's face.
Perfect. Excellent. Anything else?
Nope, that's gonna be it.
Excellent. Penelope in Albert. While Dahani is actively beating on the red head, the blue head comes down to you, Penelope. And the voice comes out as the Dark Lady's, not this monstrous dragon. Penelope, my friend. Last chance to get that thing out of here.
Albert, do your thing.
And Albert will step forward and exhale this invisible gas. You can just see like heat waves coming off right into the blue head's face as they are casting a weakening breath. So I need a DC 21 strength saving throw.
All right. Whoa, gee, she's got big bonuses. Yeah, she makes it. I was like, no, she does, actually. Yeah.
All right. She's Penelope's just like, and that's just getting started. Don't worry.
And Penelope is going to hit her hands together and kind of do jazz fingers as she casts Sunburst, coming right into the blue head.
What level spell is Sunburst?
An 8th level.
All right. And what's the save? Whittle, you're up next. Is there a save or is it an attack from you?
It's a Constitution 18.
Okay. Unfortunately, she made that too.
That's fine. You're still going to take half of 38 radiant damage.
Okay.
Which is...
Was that 19? Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else from Penelope?
Penelope is then going to look over at group 1 and know that at her current situation that she needs more hit points. So she slams her hands onto the ground, shakes really hard, and explodes into a mammoth as she wild shapes.
You see, she looks at you, and all 5 heads look at you, Penelope, and they all say in unison, "I thought you'd always be my friend."
And Penelope just goes, because she can't talk.
Anything else from Penelope?
That is it.
Whittle, you are up next, and then Minsk will be on deck with Minsk.
Hey, Tiamat, we're off to a good start. I'm really sorry I have to do this. And she's going to cast a mote from her Crown of Stars. Does a 26 hit?
It does.
Okay. The damage for that is 20.
Okay.
And since that
What kind of damage is it, by the way?
That is radiant damage.
She has some not insignificant resistances. Yeah, okay.
Radiant damage.
Okay.
And since that emote is a bonus action, I will also transmute a level 8 fireball to acid and sculpt, so it doesn't hit any of my friends.
All right.
But the save is int 19.
What level are you casting the fireball at?
Level 8.
Okay. All right. You said Dex what, sorry?
Int 19.
Hold on. She does make the save there. Yep. Although, as the acid splashes into her, you see nothing happens, Whittle. It just hits her and sizzles. Like...
I was taking it easy on you because you're pretty convincing.
She says, nothing else, Whittle. No grand tricks. No Tarask. Not going to steal something or produce some gadget.
Whittle looks at Averin and Baloth and says, nope, not yet.
I'm still looking forward to being impressed. Anything else from Whittle?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, perfect. Minsk, you are up, and then Shaka.
Hey, so I have some good news, thankfully. I'm overcome with dragon fear, but if you check Minsk's stat block in the Journal of Villainy, what you'll see is that if he goes into a Berserker Rage, a Berserker Fury, he cannot be frightened. And it says that if he is frightened when he begins his Berserking Fury, the effect is suspended for the duration.
Perfect.
So he basically just goes, no, you are so evil. The most evil thing I have ever seen in all my days.
Oh, thank you.
Lillicore, we must cut all the heads.
Yes,
all the heads.
Let's go. All five.
And if we die, we will die as Rashomon, the greatest warriors who have ever lived.
If you die, I'm leaving with the tiefling. But yeah, let's go. Yeah.
So he's going to do his berserk attack. He's got 3 attacks with Lillicore, a +3 Vorpal Greatsword.
Okay.
Let's see how that plays out. He's got a natural freaking 20 on his second strike.
Which head are you gonna aim at?
Well, the red was the one that was talking crap, so clearly that's got to be the beast, right?
Blue's the one you call dibs on. I'll give it up to you though. I'll leave it up to you.
So I've got my first hit's a 19, my third hit's a 19, but the second one is the Vorpal with a total of 34 for the hit, and I'm taking that red head off, baby. Sword striking! Boom!
You slice through Tiamat's red head, and it does come off. And the other 4 heads howl, and the green head blows poison gas.
I deserve that.
All
100%.
of you make everybody in group 2 make a con save, DC 27.
I was so excited, by the way, I knocked my headphones out there.
Everyone, DC 27 con save.
And thanks to my book of exalted deeds, I
appropriately
have
I rolled a natural 1.
You are resistant to poison now. That's true. Doesn't hurt you. Does anybody else in group 2 make that save?
I'm
I failed,
also
but I'm
resistant
immune.
to that.
You're immune to poison. So it's 77 points of poison damage.
Oh no.
Going down fighting, baby.
Half as much if you were resistant to that. So what's that? 30. No. What's 77 divided by 2? Oh, I can't math because hang on. Let me do it over here. 38. 38 points of poison damage. I know that drops Minsk. Does anyone else go down to 38 points of poison damage? Shaka.
As I'm dropping, though, I do say, got you!
Shaka. As you are about to fall, you also see that woman. And everything stops for a second as the gas is swirling around you. And she says, last time you rejected me. How about now?
So Shaka, as he is gasping for air, in the midst of this green, misty cloud, he says, I can't trust you.
She gets closer to you and just reaches up and wipes one of the tears that is coming out of your eyes as you're choking. And she says, I'm inevitable. The only question is how long you have left. And she produces what looks like a human spine with a skull on the end of it, like the mouth was open and screaming with green light coming out of it. And she says, "A fool offered me this, said he would be my champion. Perhaps you can make better use of it." And she holds it out to you. Or die.
As Shaka is gasping for breath, his eyes widen as he sees. You said a spine, like a literal
Looks like a human
like
spine,
like a
with
Mortal Kombat style spine
with a screaming skull on the tip of it that's glowing with a green light.
Yeah. So Shaka's eyes open up wide as he's trying to process exactly what is meant by this deal. I don't even think he has the strength to grab for it if he even wanted. So I think Shaka, he continues to cough and he looks at it and just continues to fall to the ground, but does not accept it.
You don't take it from her?
No.
Hey, she just stands there and watches you fall, and she just says, "I will never understand mortals." So Shaka and Minsk are down. Dahani, Penelope, and Whittle are still up. I believe Averin and Baloth is hanging on barely, if I'm not correct there. You all see as she breathes this gas and they all go down, her tongue whips out and goes down to impale something and comes up with a little hamster on the tip.
B. Dave Walters! B. Dave Walters!
No!
And the
B.
blackhead
Dave Walters
turns and looks at it. As you notice where her head was, the wound begins to close up. And you see it starts growing back again. And she says, "I'm tired of all of this. I would rather you all just..." And then you hear, excuse me. Hey, so this is awkward. Family's always weird. Great. And you see a little brown-skinned halfling pop out from behind a rock. And he's like, okay. This got weird fast. Tiamat, I just wanted to give you a chance here because apparently you're my aunt and all. Hi. We got off to a rough start. If you wanted to give up before we destroy you. In the eyes of the remaining head narrows and just lightning goes off from the blue head right at him. But he doesn't move. And you see the lightning like parts around him. And a second later, you all see standing in front of Freely a figure that some of you have met once before, the Morning Lord Lathander. Ho, friends. Hi, hello. You know, I realize I said we can't get involved in mundane affairs, and I went and I talked to Bahamut about this. He says hi, by the way, Tiamat. And we agreed that, yes, we can't fight this battle for you mortals, but what we can do is level the playing field a bit. So I just had to get my little friend here to bring me over. I am very tall for a halfling, sir. Oh, yes. Very tall for a halfling. But I decided maybe we could send you a little help. Maybe we could do more than that. I don't know if you all have met my champion, but let's make this a little more sporting. And when he does, radiant golden light starts radiating from Lathander. And Tiamat just looks down and says, No, this isn't fair. It isn't right. And all of you, for the first time, those of you who are still there, see that woman in black with the alabaster mask. Some of you have seen her at different points. And she just reaches out and touches Tiamat, and the red head grows back, right intact. And she turns and looks at all of you and says, "Now it will be fair," and vanishes. As all of you feel the warm, glowing light of Lathander rush through you, you all begin to change. You feel your power increase, your visage shifts, your clothing changes. Power fluctuates through all of your muscles as even those of you that were down get up again with your strength restored. All of you receive the benefits of a long rest and get elevated to level 20. And as Lathander turns and looks at you all, he goes, yes, that's it. But I'm not done yet. And he motions, and even though it is nighttime outside, you see the sun appear in the sky. And out of the sun, 5 individuals come flying out, like streaking towards you. Could we get our full group here? As you all are joined by Melf, Walnut, Strix, Vanya, and Evelyn. And Evelyn, you see Lathander looks up at you and says, Evelyn, my dearest child, how are you?
Oh, I'm just fine, thanks. So,
I feel the same way meeting you. Do you all mind here helping my friends out? Unfortunately, Tiamat's kind of been putting them through the ringer.
Any friend of yours is a friend of mine, Lathander. Your morning
friend
lord,
of yours
sir.
is a friend of mine, Evelyn. Hi, yes, you make me so proud. You see Tiamat turns and with her red head breathes fire right towards him, and he's just like, I don't burn. Sorry, don't be a sore loser. I'll come visit you in Avernus when you die again. Well, I'm gonna bow out. Good luck, mortals. We're all literally rooting for you. And Lathander,
I love you.
He's like, I love you back, and he disappears. Real quick, because obviously we are not gonna keep 15 people up on the overlay here, but I would just like to give you all a chance to describe very quickly what the ascendant version of you looks like. And I'm gonna go in the order that you guys are here on the overlay. So we will start with Walnut. What does Walnut look like as they arrive?
Hello, Walnut. She is just like an overgrown shrubbery. She has a glittering leaf-like scimitar, and she has these red coursing veins going through all the leaves. Just looks like could do for a clipping.
I appreciate Penelope's eyes lighting up when she heard that. Like, shrub mammoth friends, yay. Super team, go. Evelyn.
Evelyn has giant wings sprouting from her back instead of her boots now, and since she doesn't need those, she's basically barefoot, and except her left leg is solid gold with engravings on it. She's wearing a dress made out of white gold chainmail, and her eyes are glowing like sunlight.
Perfect. And Celise?
Sorry, Celise was muted because she was so shocked that she's back on her feet. Celise is in black and red heavy plate. She's got a long, jagged black and red sword, and her shield is now fixed, and her red symbol of Tyr is repaired, and her locks also have a bit of a red glow to them.
Excellent. Baloth?
Baloth was still on his feet with 1 hit point, thanks to his strength of the grave, but he was leaning heavily on his staff, and as this energy courses through him, the camera moves around and we get a full-on Sailor Moon transformation as his robes begin to become more ornate and skulls sprout all over them. His skull staff actually changes and gems appear in the eyes. It looks more like a demi-lich skull. His hair is like now pulled back into a long flowing ponytail. And he gestures as he smiles, and the demon lord Grazit appears floating at his left shoulder.
Hey Baloth, what's up, buddy? What are we doing here? Whoa, okay. All right. Yeah, man.
This is the
let's do
deal,
it.
Grazit. I have to admit, You were a lot more David Bowie and less Chris Angel when we used to hang out. But no, I'll take it.
Hey,
I'll
man,
take it.
like, hey, wait, okay, first of all, bro, I'm infinite. I'm allowed to reinvent myself on occasion. You know, like, I'm just going...
You get no argument here. This is what we're doing now.
You know, we got to win, though, because, like, she's going to go back to Avernus, and then I got to go back to Avernus, and she's going to be mad at me, so we got to, like, we're going to do this. We got to, like, do it, bro. We got to do it. You ready? Nux.
Oh.
Perfect. Penelope.
You see this giant mammoth suddenly start to sparkle, and little white flowers start to sprout up on it as suddenly this mammoth turns green and puffs back into this shrub. As you see Penelope completely transformed now with a shrub cloak that has these beautiful little white flowers sprouting, and her red mane of hair is now kind of controlled into a nice side braid, and she wears a red rose in her hair, and she wears a completely white tunic, and she is barefoot now as she's become one with nature.
Penelope, right next to you, Freely is standing there now wearing golden armor, and his hair is longer and his wings are much larger, and in one hand he's got a staff of the Magi, and in the other hand a holy avenger, and he just looks down at them and looks at you and he goes, oh my god, I'm surrounded by literal gods, and you're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
You are too!
Oh my god, this is so great! Okay, wait. I gotta go see if there's anybody else on this mountain, because I think this is it. You got this, right?
Yeah, I got this. Go do your thing.
I mean, like, let the other people get some hits in, though, because I know how you get when you're like, you know, like, everybody wants to fight Tiamat, okay?
Yeah, you got it. I'll share.
Okay, all right, I'll be back. And you see he takes off like a comet, flying up out of the lip of this volcano. Vlanya. You are muted, ma'am.
Vlanya comes flying in, and usually she's wearing a flowing, bedazzled gown, but now she's gone back to her roots. She comes from the dark underworld where she was a rogue, so now she is a bard, she is a rogue, she is a wizard, and she's flying, and in one hand she has a microphone that's kind of like has a long, it's like attached to a staff, but at the end it's also a trumpet, and she's just kind of looking at Lathander. Hey, Lathander. Looks over at Grazit, winks, and she's got a bandolier of scrolls, and then she has bracers that have scrolls on it, and she's ready for battle. And she looks over at everyone and goes, all right, guys, let's do this thing.
Shaka. Oh, I think you're muted too. Yep, nope, Shaka's muted.
There you go. Yeah. So you see the white from his robes start to recede, and it seems to be going into his beard. So his beard gets like a lot grayer, and his robes start to turn golden, right? And like they're like adorned with like red jewels and like a green trim. He has more armor on top of his robes as well, kind of like a brown hue. And he has a big honking sword now. And he just kind of he looks around. He makes sure that there's no more poison gas around. And he furrows his brow and looks toward the recently regrown dragon head.
And Strix.
Yeah, so Strix is still messy and gross and stiff, like stuff in her hair and everything, but now she has a mage robe, like a sick mage robe that's like all like gray and purple and black, and she has her staff, but it looks a little bit more ornate and it's still glowing green, but she also has like a cool belt and other things with her Strix staff symbol, but in a sun, because her and Evelyn are best friends. And
yeah, go
and
team.
her eyes are go team, and her eyes are glowing too. But she's still dirty.
Minsk.
So Minsk thought he was dead. Sort of gets up and just sort of spits out all that poison gas, and then just looks as his armor transforms to this purple, shiny, beautiful plate armor. Lilikor gets a fresh shine along the bladed surface. And there's a bit of a sheen along the purple tattoo that Minsk has along his wonderful chrome dome as he looks forth and his eyes flare and he says, "Oh, now you're going to get it. Full plate and packing steel."
You see, she just looks at you and says, "Oh," and you see she moves about to put Boo into her mouth. It's like,
"I have one more small surprise for you. That is not just a hamster. That is a giant space hamster." And the hamster grows. The hamster grows to giant size, far larger than she could put into that maw.
she tries it, and you see Boo does grow up to his full giant space hamster stature, nearly as big as her. And you see like the green head and the black head look at it while the other heads are looking at you all. Havilar.
So Havilar stands up. Her glaive is now it's sort of a combo polearm. It's like a shiny obsidian axe with a jackal head on it. It's the black axe of Nanasin, the untheric moon god, who might have some feelings about Tiamat. And when she stands up, she is dressed as a untheric warrior. So she has the sheepskin Kanake cape and these cool gold bracers. She's wearing a stacked horn crown, and she makes eye contact with the blue head. Like, "I'm coming for you."
It just looks back at you and smiles. Melf.
Melf still has his characteristic piercing violet eyes. His silver hair is swept back, held by a circlet. He's bearing the sword of Zagig, which now has a wavy blade and the chaos symbol on the guard. His armor is this amazing green dragon armor with little fashioned epaulets that look like little green dragon heads on each side. And of course, he has his cloak of displacement billowing behind him as he's flying down into combat, yelling a battle cry.
Perfect. Dahani.
Dahani was not expecting the red head to grow back, so she got caught full blast in that fire breath. But as she's like covered in soot, and like you see her eyes open through the soot and they are glowing red, and as she shakes off the ash, her sash has become a brighter gold. The red on her wings is glowing, and she's wearing these these golden chains that jingle a little bit as her wings go back and forth. She's wearing a black tunic with red lining, leather bracers that are gold lined, and red foot guards that are gold lined, and she's wearing like bangles all over herself, and she's just like, "Come on,
Jim, I need you to know I'm doing this for you." She's got bangles because she's a monk and we got the beat.
Yes, I appreciate that, B-Day.
Oh, Whittle.
Whittle's like a Whittle is
Again,
kneeling.
There's still so many ways Tiamat can harm you. Yeah.
Whittle is kneeling on the ground, holding on to her side with her 4 hit points. "Hey, oh, Freely, did you get that outfit at the mall? It's gonna look real good on your wedding day." And looks over at Tiamat, and Whittle starts to feel a little better. She grows to 10 feet tall. Sprouts a bunch of hair and a couple extra fangs into her Lugaru form. She's wearing her goggles and her trademark silver hair, except it's sort of more in line with a mane. And her claws on her feet are poking through her boots. She grew out of her cape, so that tore away, and it's now on the ground. And she's also holding a slightly modified blunderbuss complement of Baloth that is red scales and black and has all of her old fangs affixed to it. She also has a little familiar, a little white rat named Gerard.
I thought Sir Bigglesworth was about to make a reappearance, and like Freely was about to just make a U-turn out of the sky to come back for that.
Is that what I have to do to get Freely back? Because we can make that happen.
Brig, very flashy Brig.
Brig's transformation is more like a Linda Carter as Wonder Woman spin. And then there's just gold everywhere. he's got his gold kobold skin suit, and his, for some reason, his war loot has even more spikes on it. And if there weren't so many other people wearing gold, you would be blinded by the gold. But there's just gold everywhere, so we're all canceling each other out. And there's a big golden note on his hat, which I would have if I wasn't moving and lost it in a box somewhere. But other than that,
imagination, right? And last but certainly not least, Averin.
Oh, all right. Averin takes out a bag of holding, puts it very carefully onto the ground. Then he pulls his skin clean off, including his muscle. And all there is left is a skeleton with glowing orange eyes, and he hands his fleshy skin sack to Baloth. Here, I need you to hold on to that for a minute. And you just see his lich form as you see the wintry elements of Cepheus wound around his still beating heart and all throughout his skeleton. He has become a full lich, just glowing and terrifying. It's like, I'm just, Baloth, 1 second. And then he pushes a giant cloning vat out of his bag of holding. And he winds it up, and you see another Averin start to grow really quick. I'm like, I don't have time for this. And he breaks the glass, and actually says, in emergency, break glass. He pulls the skull out of the half-finished Averin clone and creates a flaming skull, and it just hovers in his hand. All right, I think I'm ready now. Was that too much?
Baloth is neatly folding the skin. Just the old T-shirt fold. Yeah.
I appreciate you, Baloth.
You see all 5 heads turn and survey all of you, including those of you that are still in the sky, and she just says, "Fine. No more chances. No more mercy." Group 3. Unfortunately for you guys, Tiamat goes first. So, Evelyn, does your paladin aura make people immune to fear?
Sure does.
Then you all feel fine as Tiamat.
Don't worry, Lathander watches all of us.
I do!
I'm upset.
However, hold on 1 second here. She just kind of cocks a head at you, Evelyn, and she just says, he thought he would send his representative.
Best friend? I don't know.
Best friend, child, appetizer. And you all see she explodes in a flurry of motion that is difficult to comprehend for her sheer size. She is mountainous, but she lashes out with her claws and her tail. Evelyn, what is your AC?
16.
Unfortunately, that is going to be 3 hits on you.
Owie.
For 24, and 28 points of damage.
Cool.
Yes. You all see Evelyn seems to very much have her attention as she's wailing on her. However, Melf, you are first.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to...
Melf first, Walnut on deck. Sorry.
Okay. No problem. I think I'm going to go ahead and cast Invulnerability on myself. Go ahead and burn that 9th level spell. And I'm just going to charge straight at Tiamat and try to make as much noise and distract her and try to attack much of her attacks as possible as I go into my blade singing dance, and we'll be ready to engage her in hand-to-hand next round.
Perfect. You're getting in on her. Excellent. Walnut and Strix is on deck.
Okay, so seeing Evelyn, longtime friend, get absolutely wailed on by Tiamat, not technically afraid, but definitely she's feeling, oh no, this went different than how I thought it would. And so she claps Evelyn on the back and bestows foresight on her, which allows her to see the immediate future. Evelyn has this info, but for everyone else's sake, she can't be surprised. She got advantage on attack rolls, ability checks, saving throws, and other creatures have disadvantage on attack rolls against you. And then bonus action, looking around, I wild shape into a huge mammoth as well. Just to get the meat shield of hit points around me, and you hear a supportive little trumpet of whatever man. But
when you do this, you see Tiamat looks at you, Walnut, and looks at Evelyn and looks at Strix, and she says, "Friends, I had a friend once." And the redhead goes off, flame breath at all of group 3. So
I'm sorry.
I need a 27 dex save from all of you.
Oh.
It's gonna be Strix and then
I think
Blanya.
I have something that helps with saving throws.
Let's see, because they need it.
Yeah. Anyone within, I think 60 feet gets +4 bonus to saving throws.
I will say all the group 3 just to keep this easy. I'll say all the group 3 is within. Yep.
What save was it?
27.
What? Dex. I got a 29.
Hey, perfect.
I still fail.
Anybody else get 27 besides Blanya?
I
I'm
fail,
immune to damage.
but yeah, I'm immune to fire.
Okay, if you're immune to fire, that's cool. If not, you take 91 points of fire damage. 45 on a successful save.
Can I uncanny dodge that?
Yes, because you made the save, correct? Yeah.
Yep.
Then that's what is it, half again? Or yeah, the 45 becomes what, 22 points of fire damage. Perfect.
Sorry, I'm resistant, not immune. I used the wrong word.
Then 45 points of damage.
Okay.
As you burn less. Yep. Although you all, as the fire like erupts outwards, like it melts the rocks around it. Like you all are legendary heroes, but her flame breath comes out bright enough that you all cast shadows on the wall. Like this is the hottest fire breath possible that basically she is emitting towards all of you.
Oh, I'm doing the like, ho!
If not now, when? Yeah. Strix, it is your turn. Vlanya's on deck, then Evelyn.
Okay, yeah, I don't like this, and I feel like maybe I was coerced into doing this in the first place by Lathander, and he's kind of, I'm like, yeah, I don't like him.
Thank you for your service, Strix.
I didn't hear that. That's not what I heard. So I'm gonna cast Time Stop.
Mm-hmm.
And that's sick. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then what is it? 1d4.
Is it 1d4 plus 1 or 1d4? Actually, Whittle, you did this recently. Was it 1d4 plus 1 or just 1d4 on Time Stop?
1d4 plus 1.
Yeah,
Okay.
1d4 plus 1, which are the turns that I get. Where'd it go? Hold on, I was using my actual dice, and then it just had
I
too
get
many
it.
in the
The
bag.
math rocks.
There we go. Okay, so 4.
Strix.
All right.
As time stops, you see when everything stops moving, and you see like Tiamat like snarling in defiance as everyone is swarming over them. I'm remiss, you all, in the midst of all this wildness. I didn't tell you all some important things. I apologize. You know what? I just realized I skipped literally the whole intro to the show. I just there's all kinds of things I was supposed to say, and I didn't say any of them. In V's eternal angelic patience, she didn't say anything to me either. I guess everybody was so wrapped up in all of this. But let me tell you all of the martial classes, barbarians, fighters, monks, paladins, rangers, and rogues, you all have 1 luck die over the course of this fight. So you have 1 d20 that you can use to replace an attack, a saving throw, or an attack roll that is made against you. All the magical classes, which are artificers, bards, clerics, druids, sorcerers, and warlocks, you get 1 use of the spell haste, which, let's be honest, that's pretty much now. So you can gain the benefits of the spell haste for yourself, or you can cast it on someone else when it's your turn. Just let me know. The code, which I'm sure went out in chat, was ICP-7, the Dark Lady, which of course I have to read as a verbal component. The X7, the Dark ID. We are doing a giveaway for the Icons of the Realm, Gargantua and Tiamat. Also, that's this big old girl. That's apropos. We're actually giving this big girl away today. We'll announce at the end who wins. For the US and Canada only, excluding Quebec, LaTia, why is it excluding Quebec?
They know what they did.
Quebec knows what they did. Yes. There also is an especially Ascendant collection, which is an especially Ascendant collection, which is all the Godslayer skins that we just described, and theme packs with a core 12 starter pack, including Hitch, the Founders Pack 4, and 5 other theme packs. The winners will be announced at the end of the episode. I legit hear, like, real talk, y'all. You might imagine I'm kind of juggling a couple of things right now, and a thing's about to happen, and I'm like, because that was in the vote, and I was like, I didn't say the votes. Oh, okay. So
speaking of votes, B Dave, darling, if they've multi-classed, do they get both for the rolls and haste? Come on.
You know what? This is a happy occasion. It's sure. Yeah, if you're
There we
multi-class, you can have both. Why not? You know? Because, Tiamat's got some aces up her sleeve, too. So, yes, account for that. If you didn't get it, just ask in our little chat channel here, and we'll sort it out. Strix.
All right, so it stopped.
When it stops, you see a woman wearing a silver gossamer robe and has bright silver hair. She looks like she's probably in her mid-30s. And she's kind of idly chewing on one of her nails, watching all of this. And when everything stops, she turns and looks at you. And she says, was this sorcery you're doing?
Yeah. Hi. New friend?
She looks at Tiamat, again, locked in battle with all of these people. And she says, you just arrived here to fight. You saw these other mortals being burned and broken, and you just leapt in without a second thought. Why?
Well, I mean, Evelyn's Broseph, what's his name? Lathander asked us, so that's why we're here. The Morning Lord, as one would say.
As he likes to remind all of us of that, yes.
He sure does.
I have a problem. I'm not supposed to intervene, and yet I cannot allow evil like this to go unchecked.
Oh my gosh, are you Salune?
I am. And when she says that, you see right in front of her, she looks much younger. She looks like a teenage girl. She's like, yes, that's me. You know me? Hi.
Oh, I mean, I have my own magic, but I think yours is great too,
I think your magic is great. You just stopped time right now. Like that.
Thank
wow.
you. That's so, yeah. Really appreciate
okay.
it.
Okay, you know what I think? I think, don't tell the others.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I got to get involved here. I think it's one of those, it's easier to ask forgiveness than ask permission type things.
We would appreciate it. I can stop time, but I can only do it a couple times.
Yes, this a lot's happening. I tell you what, I don't want to take up all your time. You do your thing, and I'm gonna do my thing. I'm going to help. This is, if the Raven Queen can get involved, I can get involved. The Raven Queen got involved. That means I have to get involved.
Yeah,
right?
And she's mean.
She's just a little edge lordy, but that's neither here nor there.
I get that.
I'm gonna do something. Yeah. Do you need any help?
Well, I just stopped time, which is great.
Yeah.
But I was I just lost a bunch of my blood from the fire. I'm kind of burnt. So I was going to heal myself because my blood's on the ground. And then I was going to, I don't know, just try and throw Tiamat to another plane. That's what I was going to do. I was going to try and banish Tiamat. Just go boop and they're gone.
Can I give you a piece of advice?
Sure. That won't work.
It's not that won't work. It's nothing works when she doesn't want it to.
Oh, I don't like that.
It's a God thing. Yeah. Gods.
Thought we would have had that by now. I was working on trying to become a god, but not yet. Not yet.
But you look magnificent. This is really great.
Thank you.
I tell you what. If you live, when you live, when you win, because you're gonna win. You're gonna win.
Don't worry, I got a ring that stores my soul just in case I die, which will most likely happen.
Well, I was gonna offer you to come and visit me in my palace, but if you live, but if not, your soul can come there. That's whatever's convenient for you.
I'll be honest, I don't need a god's palace. I mostly just like to take care of things myself and attempt to escape every turmoil I can.
You know, that is valid. Hey, a lot of deals have been cut these last 2 days. No, I'm just offering you as a friend, and she extends her hand out to you. Because Lathander's not the only one that gets best friends.
I thank you, but this is not... I appreciate your godly help, but gods aren't really my thing. Unless I'm the god, maybe...
You know what? Then hey, maybe I'll get to come visit your palace, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go intervene because the volcano's about to erupt and is going to kill all of you. So maybe I can help with that.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, I don't know why the volcano thing, it hurt all of the cultists and the other dragons, but I mean Tiamat's she was in Avernus. The fire thing is not really a thing. So, but mortals, right? I mean, no offense.
I mean,
Hey.
working on it.
Right. Hey, good luck. I'm gonna go save all your lives, okay?
Thanks. Bye, Moon Lady.
But bye, Twig Lady. I like this.
Strix. My name is Strix. You'll remember.
I will.
I'll see you again one day.
Absolutely. I will be smiling down on you from the night sky. And she vanishes.
I'll be smiling down on you one day, Miss Todd Lady. Anyway.
Yeah. What are your accents, Strix?
All right. Now that I've had a nice chat with Moon Lady, I'm going to cure my wounds.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take one of my turns to cure my wounds.
Okay. That's one thing.
Yeah, I heal 35 hit points.
Perfect.
And then I am going to Misty. No, actually, I don't want to Misty Stab yet. I'm going to,
I mean, you have 4 turns of movement.
Yeah.
If you just want to be not in front of her, you can do that.
Yeah, I want to be not in front of her, but I also want Evelyn to be not in front of her.
You cannot interact with anything else in the physical
world.
Because
if everyone stopped.
You can move you can't move her.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to first Misty Step next to Tiamat.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to attempt to use a plane shift on her.
Plane shift or banishment?
Plane shift. Because plane shift you can actually use on an unwilling creature to shift their plane.
All right. What's the save she needs to make?
Hold on 1 second. Even though I know Salune told me that, but I'm like, I don't believe her. She's a god. They're liar, mean.
I mean, it happens.
Yeah, I know. I'm not shaking her. I don't know. Dirty.
Actually, technically, you have to try and hit her first.
If you
hit
like
her,
bonk.
then she gets a save. Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
She's
roll
gonna
that
bonk.
first. Let's see if you can even bonk her.
Okay.
She's a strong
She's
girl.
really big.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I go to bonk her with. I have a staff of the Magi as well. So bonk. Let's see. So that's a 20 to bonk her.
You can't hit her. You're like.
I'm really upset. I'm like stamping my feet. Like, are you kidding me? Like, this is so dumb.
She's like the size of a mountain. It's not that you aren't touching her, but you're like it's
all right. Well, I'm just like, this is like godly BS. So I'm kicking my feet, and I will take a lost turn to a tantrum.
If it makes you feel any better, she also would have made the save even if you'd hit her.
Well,
so
I'm throwing a tantrum.
Your intent was it to be like kind of on one of her sides or behind her?
Yeah, just like on her side.
Her tail, which I have not described, has a very sharp stinger on the end of it, a wyvern tail, often overlooked detail of the old Tiamat. Excellent. Time restarts and you rejoin the flow of linear progression. Strix, Vlanya, you are next, and then Evelyn. And then Averin. Vlanya.
All right.
Mhm.
So I see what's going on, and I'm already flying, so I kind of fly back, like as far back as I possibly can, and I cast haste on Evelyn, and I wink, and then I look at Brig, like Brig, and then I tap my microphone, Brig.
Well, Brig, you can reply. We can't see you, but we can hear you.
Yeah.
Ahem. And I start to sing a bardic inspiration for him. And I say, thank you for being a siren. traveled down the realms and back again. Your heart is true, you're a pal and a badass. And if you had to fight Tiamat and invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest help would be from me. And I get the chance to say thank you for being a friend.
Brig, anything?
I feel more powerful. If you can't see me.
And I do a spin and I back
up. They can hear
up.
you, but they can't see you. Yep.
Okay.
And that's all I do.
That's it for Planya?
Yeah.
You hear Tiamat listens and she just goes, "Oh, I hate it." And the green head lashes out to bite you. What is your AC currently?
17.
It absolutely bites you. Ow! For 32 points of slashing damage and 14 points of poison damage. It's like, again, when she decides to move, she is blindingly fast. Speaking of blindingly fast, Evelyn with both foresight and haste now. What would you like to do?
Evelyn's like blurrily like bzz, 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 flying around like a bee. And with her foresight, what she wants to do is use Lightfall, her blessed battle axe, which has the ability to cast Sunbeam once every charge. And she wants to perceive the moment when all of the heads will be in a line and just bazooka Sunbeam all of the heads in an attempt to hit them all at the same time.
I like where this is headed. Go ahead and roll it.
All right, here we go.
I have a number in mind. Let's see.
Wait, what do I?
No,
it's just a convention or a con save.
Oh, there's no attack?
No.
Okay.
I don't think.
What's the save?
It's con 18.
Unfortunately, she does make that.
Doesn't she have to do it for every head?
She's
And
got
it's
got a chunky con bonus.
But I mean, also like I have foresight, so maybe there's maybe disadvantage too. I'm just saying.
That's not how that works.
Okay, well, just can't fault me for trying.
That is true. No, that is very much the spirit of the Enterprise here. We're testing out god powers.
Yeah.
Is it save or suck? Is it all or nothing?
Let's see.
Or is there partial damage?
On a failed save, on a successful save, it takes half as much damage.
Yep. All right. Well, she made the save, but you can get the. And what kind of damage is it?
So, it will be 68 radiant damage and blinded.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll
So
it.
the 68s are looking good. 39.
39.
Radiant.
Perfect. This blinding flash of light goes off, and you see she pulls the heads back, and they blink for a second, but all of them open their eyes again and seem like they're fine, even though she's burned by the radiance.
Okay, well, frustrated by that, Evelyn will take the bonus action she gets from haste, the extra action in her turn, not a bonus action, and just try to hit the nearest head with Lightfall, the battle axe, with the
Go ahead
blade.
and roll it.
Nothing fancy.
Go ahead and roll it.
That's going to be a 28 to hit.
28 is enough.
Hooray! And she's using both hands with that, so it's going to be 1d10 plus 4, which is
Perfect.
11 plus her improved divine smite. Can I guess with an attack I could use any amount of divine smite, right?
Not only can you smite on this hit, she is a fiend, so you get another d8. She's not just a dragon, she is a fiend.
Okay, so that means I can do my improved divine smite, my fiend divine smite, and then I can use spell slots. So I'm going to use.
Yep, up to 7 d8 total, basically. If you use.
I'm going to use them all of them.
If not now, when? Yep.
Yeah, exactly. That's going to be an additional 28 radiant.
Additional 28. Perfect. You see, she rears back for a second. And she looks at you for a second, Evelyn, and the black head comes down and locks eyes with you and inhales to breathe acid at you. and we'll see what happens after we come back from our little break here. So we're going to take a quick break. Probably going to kill a bunch of them. That's cool. And we'll come back and see how this ends up. So I think we have 15 minutes worth of stuff here. We might come back closer to 10. Even I don't know. So keep the tab open. But we'll be right back, y'all. Back with group 1. We're back around to the top of the horn. All right. Hello, and we are back to the Trials of Mount Tiamat as our heroes, newly ascendant heroes, are locked in battle with the Queen of Dragons herself. And unfortunately, she's done playing nice. So right before we left, the Black Head was about to breathe acid on Evelyn. But why don't we make this sporting? So here's how this is going to work. Can I just say, I got everyone here. Everyone just roll a 20-sided die. You don't have to tell me what it is. Just roll it and you'll know here in a second. If you got an odd number, you are within range of her acid. If you got an even number, you are not. So anyone that got an odd number, give me a DC 27 dex save.
But what if you're behind her? What if you're behind her?
I'll still give you this one, Brig.
Thank you.
I'll give you this one. If we're being sporting, Tristan also made a point that she moved out over to the side too. So I'll do that for you.
I was on the side too.
Okay, fine. Wait, no, Tristan didn't. Strix did. Wait,
Yeah.
or did Tristan also?
No, Walnut is right in the splash.
Sorry,
zone.
Walnut. Sorry. Yeah, no, it was Strix. I'll give Strix a pass. DC 27. If you do not make the save, it is 67 points of acid.
I know she's huge, but if I can at all see that mouth opening, I will try to get as close to that mouth as I can and splay out my body and try to block the acid coming out. Protect the party.
You know, that is very heroic of you. If you make the save, it is half of that. So what, 32, 33? 33 points of acid damage.
So then Tiamat gets 33 points of damage right back radiant because of Emissary of Redemption.
Perfect. Is that every attack or only so many attacks?
It is forever.
Perfect. Ouch. Perfect. Hey, that's once again, Celise is the hand of Tyr, right? Excellent. However, after this acid breath, we go back to the top with group 1. We go back to group 1. You all notice the wounds all over Tiamat actively start closing back up again. Like you all are hurting her, but it just is healing constantly while you're fighting. Averin.
Oh boy.
What's your AC?
It's 18.
Perfect. She is going to take it all out on you again, Averin, because she's having a bad day. One of which is a natural 20.
Oh no!
So, she hits you, Averin, for 24, and pierces you with her tail for 56 points of damage. So that's what, 24? It's 48 plus 56, 104 points of damage, not counting any mitigation you might have. And you, Averin, you get the distinct impression that with her wyvern tail, she was aiming for the part of Sophia's that is growing up around you, like, and it goes and stabs right at it.
That's not cool.
Yeah. And you see the redhead looks at you, Averin, and she says, "Whatever happens, trickster, you're coming with me." However, it is your turn, Averin.
You know, the thing that you maybe shouldn't have done was going after my heart. And I think I'm going to take you with me. Just you. I don't care about the rest of the heads. And in my dread form, I can pass through objects.
Go on.
In my dread spirit, like ghostly form, now that I have, left my body and soul at the door, I move into the red dragon's neck.
Okay.
I true polymorph myself into a walking statue from Waterdeep.
This poor redhead. Let's see here.
I'm like,
she knows what
only
she
fair.
did.
You stuck your tail into me. I'm going to stick all of me into your throat. That's no. I just
What's that I
the
hear?
head.
Subs increasing. Okay. Let's see how this is gonna work out practically. I'm gonna give you an option here, Averin.
Yeah.
Because this is the sacrifice play. I will let you tell me how much damage this does, up to 10d10. However, whatever damage you do to her is going to get done to you also.
Ooh, I like it.
Also, Brig, you're on deck, by the way. Brig and then Celise. You can ponder it, Averin. Just give me the number when you have it.
No, I imagine like the fire is like starting to brim inside the throat while I'm inside in this dread form. You know, we had a good run. Well, I mean, you didn't. You're about to explode. I take all 10d10.
Roll it and give me the number when you have it. Perfect. Brig, you are next.
Yeah,
something's clearly going wrong with the redhead, but go.
I'm you know what? I'm behind her, right? So I'm flanking. I could use my sneak attack damage. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna take that war loot and smack her right in the tail.
Roll it. Have at it. Celise, you are on deck, and then Bailoff.
53 points of damage.
You all see he appears, and you see, and the redhead ruptures, and blood and flames do come out of the bottom of it, as it just like starts coughing and gagging. And you have all of the head's attention, Averin.
Does 25 hit?
It does.
Great. Okay. Then I hit, and I hit for the regular damage of just 6, but then my sneak attack damage gives another 16. So
perfect.
There you go.
22. Anything else?
Nope. I'm no longer invisible.
Yep.
If that matters.
Perfect. Averin, I feel like you're about to say something.
And I take that damage after I turn in the statue form. Like, how sacrificial is this? Gotcha.
Yeah. However, are you still in the statue form, Averin?
Yes.
Okay. She looks at you, Averin, and looks at the statue, and the mouth opens like the redhead's going to say something, and it can't.
Sorry, what was that? No, I can't make out what you're saying.
The whitehead says, you think I can't hurt you? And the blue head turns and looks at Penelope and Whittle. You'd be wrong. And the lightning bolt goes off at Whittle and Penelope. All of y'all roll a d20 again to see if you are in range of this. Penelope and Whittle, you will be lined up to get hit by this. So need a dex save from the two of you. This time, if you got even with letting Strix and Brig be out of the way again, everybody else, and Averin, I will say you're out of the way too, because you're right in front of her, and she turns and does this to them instead. But she does it intentionally. The redhead is looking right at you, Averin, as she shoots down towards your friends. Anybody, so Penelope, Whittle, anybody who rolls even need a dex save or take 88 lightning damage. Half as much on a save. Nothing else, Averin. No quips, no witty retorts. That's what I thought. Baloth. Oh, sorry, Celise.
I still have
Your
my
turn.
bonus action.
Oh, okay. Oh, then yes.
And I sing a quick couple of notes about Melf really quick. Leading the charge to justice with never-ending toughness. He'll never be corrupted. Melf can always be trusted. And I give Bardic inspiration to Celise, singing a song about Melf.
You all feel the earth starts to quake and begins to break, and lava starts flowing up out of the ground underneath all of you, which Tiamat looks wholly unfazed by. But you notice the light of the full moon gets much brighter and shines down on all of you, like so bright it is almost like it is daytime. You can roll the save 3 times and take the highest, as Saloon is attempting to intervene to help you all. However, the save, lava like sucks a lot, by the way. Let's see what the save is. Here, we'll do it like this.
Thank God I'm a statue right now.
It's not a sentence I hear every day.
But he looks like me. He doesn't look like, those junky Waterdeep statues. He looks like Erin.
We'll say it is a DC 20 dex save. You can roll 3 times and take the highest. As the goddess of the moon is attempting to intervene. And even though she's not supposed to, if you don't make the save, is 11 fire damage. It's not bad. If you do make the save, is 5 fire damage, not counting any mitigation, as lava starts boiling up. And you see Tiamat just looks down at it as it like boils up over her claws and things and seems wholly unfazed by this. But the volcano is starting to erupt. Celise, it is your turn, and then Baloth is on deck, and then Havilar.
I want to try to hold monster.
Okay. What's the save she need? Well, what level are you casting at?
5th level.
Okay. When you go to hold monster, she doesn't even seem to notice. She doesn't react at all.
Great. Well, if I can't do anything else my turn, that is it for me.
All right. Baloth, it is you see Celise hold her hands up, and you see the white eye just rotates and looks at you, Celise, and just smiles a little, and then looks away from you. But Baloth, it is your turn. Whoops, Baloth frozen. We might have lost to Baloth. That's all right. We'll come back to Baloth. All right, Havilar.
Baloth's just really thinking about what he wants to
do. That is true, just intently pondering.
Total concentration.
Production overlord, could you...
I'm reaching out to Mark right now.
Oh, there we go. We lost him. So hang on a second.
I'll message him now.
That only partially wonked everything out, so that's actually all right. I think we're good. But Havilar, we're partially wonked out, but we're fixing it on the fly, y'all. Again, we're doing it live. Havilar.
So is the haste from the boats, is that an action we have to take, or does that...
I'll just let you have it. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I will let you declare if it's on you or if it's on someone else, but I will not make it cost your action.
It's on me.
Okay.
I would like that bonus for the AC, and the extra attack would be great.
Perfect.
So I rolled my attacks before because they take forever.
Okay.
So except for that last one because I wanted to check. So that is the lowest one is a 25.
That will all be hits.
Okay. So Havilar is she sees the lightning come out of the blue head, which she's already thought would look really nice hanging on the wall, to be perfectly honest. But also this she can't just blow lightning at Penelope, who's wonderful, and Whittle, who's wonderful. So she takes the black axe of Nanis and she goes, listen, this warlock thing has not been going great, but I think maybe you and I understand each other better. And she is going to slam the glaive into it multiple times, but that first time when it goes off, she is going to smite the blue head.
Eldritch Smite?
Eldritch Smite!
What's Havilar's Eldritch Smite look like?
The most violent moonlight you can imagine, which is maybe a strange sentence, but it is exactly what it is.
Violent Moonlight would be a great band name, by the way.
It would.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start a band later, maybe. I'll play the tambourine because I have no musical abilities whatsoever.
And it's Briggle carry you. He carries us all.
This is
perfect. And
Okay,
how much damage?
It's a lot.
What you roll it up and just give it to me. Give it to me when you have it. That will take us over to group 2. Actually, because Baloth is not here to defend himself. Yes, that will take us over to group 2 with Dahani. And just Havilar, when you have it, just say it to me.
So
Penelope's on deck for the record.
Dahani is still kind of up in the vicinity of all these heads, and she's really just being splattered with gore and viscera as this poor red dragon head is just getting the business. While it's kind of ruptured and hanging off, she uses that moment to kind of back away, fly away from the dragon and get another Oathbow shot in for so 2 shots, and then one of them misses, and then she goes in for 2 more kicks, and one of those misses. But it's a total of 45 points of damage, and I rolled another natural 20, so that's really cool.
You got enough to hit? Sorry.
Yeah, they were all above what I rolled last time.
All right, 45, right?
45, all
Perfect.
magical slashing.
Perfect. I mean, she's very beat up and bleeding. Perfect. Anything else from Dahani?
Nope, that was her attack, movement, and bonus action. So
excellent. Production overlords, Mark is attempting to rejoin, so if everything goes wonky again, I apologize to everyone. Everybody roll a d20 again because the redhead's about to go off. This time, to keep things sporting, we'll everybody roll the d20. To keep things sporting, it is only if you got 10 or below, you're going to be caught in the fire. If it's 10 or below, if it's 11 or above, you are outside the radius of the fire. Not counting any mitigation or anything like that, it is a DC 27 against fire. If you do not make the save, that is 91 points of fire damage.
I have damage for you when you're ready.
Yep, I'm ready for it.
With the Great Weapon Master and the Smite and both sides of the glaive and the extra attack is 139 damage to the blue head!
Woo!
The blue head just sort of droops limply to the side there. And the red head gets really mad and sets off that fire. Baloth, roll 1d20 for me. They can't see you. Actually, could we get group 1 back real quick here? Because Baloth never actually got to act. First thing, Baloth, roll a d20 for me.
Is this from the attack that went off earlier?
This is from one that just happened now. I don't know when you connected.
Okay, I got an odd number.
Well, this time it is if you got a 10 or less, she gets you. If it's 11 or above, she does not.
I got a 17.
So you are out of the radius of the fire. Again, that was 91 if you fail to save, 45 if you make the save, not counting for anybody's damage mitigations or things of the sort. However, Baloth, it is your turn. We just went ahead because we didn't know how quick you were going to be back. So
of course.
Yep.
I completely understand. So a bunch of stuff happens on Baloth's turn. First of all, that illusion of Fizban /Paladin /Bahamut was upcast, so it stayed up when it's still going. So it's continuing to say sort of vaguely irritating things to Tiamat, like, sister, we are in battle, and the primordial explosion at the dawn of time always liked me better. And so that's happening in front of her. Meanwhile, Baloth will use the first of his actions granted by the haste first of all, his bonus action will be to assume his umbral form. So he becomes one with the Shadowfell, and using that, his first action under the haste is going to be to call out to the Raven Queen.
When you call out to her, she's just right next to you. She's just standing there.
My lady, there you are. It is I, Baloth the Entertainer, your humble servant as a shadow sorcerer. I did make sure not to speak up when you made any of your offers previously in hopes that you might ensnare some new minions. But now we find ourselves at the crux, and I wonder if you might be able to lend your humble servant some help, some assistance, some aid.
You see, she looks at you for a second and she says, I'd intended this for Shaka, but he declined my advances. And she pulls out an object that looks like a human spine with a screaming skull on the tip of it.
Oh, I think I know what that is, and it is an honor to bear such a legendary artifact into battle in your glorious name.
She looks at you and she says, Baloth, I can always count on you to be so you. And she just looks at Gratzt, and even though she has this porcelain mask, you are certain she rolls her eyes at Gratzt. And he's like, well, I mean, I don't understand what that's about. That seems unnecessary, but like, whatever, Raven Queen. Like, I mean, we can still be cool, right? Like, we're cool. And she just like,
Baloth will sort of lean into the Raven Queen and go, I know, he's like way more douchey than he was when we used to hang out. I'm not sure. I think it's a new aspect or something he's trying out.
I'm trying out something new, okay? Like, whatever. I mean, again, like, Baloth, like, I got these Marilets, Baloth, and when this fight's over, like, you know, I take you to meet him. Like, it's wild. It's wild. You should experience it at least once. I'm just saying.
Let's worry about the battle first, Grast. And Grast.
Does Baloth accept the Wand of Orcus?
Oh, yeah. He willingly takes the Wand of Orcus. And just like, oh, another feather in my cap.
You can consider yourself attuned to it to use it. Here, I will send you separately what it does.
Thank you. That'll be in Twitter?
Yeah, via Twitter.
Thank you. Meanwhile, all of Baloth's allies and minions are going to go off. First of all,
you do have quite a squad.
Grast himself, a 26, does that hit?
That will.
Okay, his second attack is a 19.
That is not enough.
Damn. And his third attack is a natural 20.
That will hit. Yep.
Okay, let's resolve Grast's damage here. So he does, I'm assuming the acid will not be a concern at all.
That's true. She is immune to acid.
Okay, so that's a big part of his attack with his sword Sorrow, so that'll be negated. But the first one does 23 points of damage.
23, okay.
And the crit will do 21 doubled for 42 points of damage.
Okay. She looks very injured. I mean, she is bleeding massively and is incredibly wounded. And you know, the blue head and the red head are both very damaged.
Okie doke. All right, now Najim, Baloth's Jinn, is going to attempt a plane shift.
Penelope is on deck, by the way.
That'll be against her will, I assume. So she will make a charisma save.
What's the number she needs to beat?
Hold on here, I'm just getting Najim up. He's a Jinn Noble. Well, I don't think it's that hard or difficult. I think it's DC 18.
She does make that.
Okay. And she makes it without having to use a legendary, I assume.
Correct.
Okay. The Demi-Lich that adorns Baloth's skull will attempt to drain the very life force of the Queen of Dragons. That is a DC 19 Constitution save for her.
All right. She also makes that.
Okay. And then Marmaduke, Balot's Hound of Ill Omen, charges forward and will, miss. Will miss. Will miss.
Can't quite get his jaw around the leg of quite that size.
Mm-hmm. But he is right next to her now, which means she will be at disadvantage.
To disadvantage for what? Sorry.
For any saves against Balot's spells.
Yeah, excellent. Perfect. Penelope, I asked you a question here via Twitter.
And then for his final action, so he is in umbral form currently, he is going to, he's going to need a second just to read what the Wand of Orcus can do. So, let's keep things simple with a nice big meteor swarm. I know the fire's not going to do much, but the bludgeoning should.
All right. That's a save from her, right?
That is a DC, I believe, it's DC 19, I think, Dex for Meteor Swarm.
She does make the save, and you're right. The physical damage, I get half of the physical damage and none of the fire.
Yeah. So let's see here. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, lots of windows. So this will be Meteor Swarm. And that's 20d6 bludgeoning. She'll take half of it.
Yep.
I'm going to roll this digitally to save time. And that is... It's not telling me what it is yet. So sorry.
Yeah, no problem. A lot's happening.
Okay, that is 66 points of bludgeoning damage, so she takes 33 from that.
Okay, perfect.
In the meantime... I'm going to read up on the Wand of Orcus.
So these flaming spheres come crashing down on her. I sent you something separate there via Twitter also, Baloth. Penelope, it is your turn, and Whittle is on deck.
Okay, a few things. Question. So, when we did that really cool flourishy thing, where we got to do the transformation and, I did the thing, and I was like, oh, this is what Penelope looks like now. And I kind of came out of my wild shape. Am I out of my wild shape? Because that was kind of flavor. I'm just saying.
I will leave up to you whether or not she went back into her wild shape right then. I will not count that against your action.
It's totally up to you, DM call, but I think she would have, knowing that we were still in battle.
Still a mammoth or something else?
Still a mammoth.
Okay.
Just staying in that. If that's the case, then I am not down.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah. So let me
Got a burned up mammoth though.
Yep. So Penelope has at this point popped out of being a mammoth. She's breathing hard. She's like, okay, I need a second. You go ahead, Albert. And Albert's gonna step forward and again try to weakening breath.
Okay.
This creature. So DC 21 strength save.
She does make that.
Okie dokie. It was worth a shot. Penelope is going to then quickly pull out a slingshot and she's going to load it with a thorn and she's going to send it flying at the white dragon head. And as it flies, it just erupts into this huge wall of thorns that then clasps around the white dragon's neck.
Ooh, okay.
So I've cast Wall of Thorns. I need a dexterity saving throw DC 18.
What level are you casting it at?
I'm casting this at a 9th level.
Okay, and she needs to make a what save?
Dex 18.
She does make the save, unfortunately.
Okay, that's fine because she's going to take half, which is going to be low. 58 is the total, so half of 58. And then
29.
Sure.
29.
Okay. And then this is all on your discretion. Technically, since it is around the neck, every time it's on their turn, they're going to take more damage. Unless they can break it through it. Yeah, go ahead.
Penelope, you see right here in the midst of all of this, she stops and she turns back into the Dark Lady right there in front of you. Wall of thorns all over the place, and she is torn and bleeding, and her clothes are ripped, and like she has a massive wound on her neck from what Averin did to her. One of her arms is kind of like hanging motionless, and she just looks at you and says, Penelope, we're supposed to be friends. This isn't fair. Is this what heroes do?
You know, I feel a lot of conflict right now, but I feel like, I mean, you're not doing good. We're trying to, I don't know, it's really confusing, but I have to stay on the side of the heroes.
Side of the heroes. Let me show you what the side of the heroes looks like. And she reaches out and touches Albert. And I need a charisma save from him.
33.
You see, all of you see this. Behind him, a portal opens up. And for those of you who've been there, you see Avernus. Hell.
Oh.
There is a place of screaming and torment, and there is a river where an endless battle is being waged. And she pushes him, and he goes through the portal.
I did notice it was green, so that means it was a nat 20. Don't know if that will change things, but
It will affect things in the long run, yeah.
Okay. I'll do that.
But she just pushes him through it, and you closes back up again.
Not a furnace. Not a furnace. No, I don't want to go back there, Albert. He won't be able to survive there. He's not strong enough.
Neither do I. And she turns back into her full 5-headed form again, there in front of you, still wounded and bleeding. Anything else from Penelope?
Penelope will use her bonus action to retake a form of a mammoth.
Mm-hmm. You turn back. You see for a second the lips of the white head curl back like it's about to breathe ice on you, and then it just stops and doesn't. However, Whittle, you are on deck. Minsk, I have a question for you I'm about to send, and Whittle, it is your turn.
Hey, Penelope, I think you and I both know the Dark Lady is gaslighting us. And, Baloth, is Baloth here? Do I see Baloth? Hey.
Yeah, I mean, he's around in the fight, yeah.
Hey, I'm over here.
Hey, real quick.
I've got the Wand of Orcus now.
Yeah, I saw that. So a couple of questions there.
Pretty cool, hey?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
I've got Baba Yaga's mortar and pestle from earlier, too. I'm collecting artifacts.
Excuse me, I feel like we're in the middle of something.
Okay, yeah, what did you need?
Would you two like me to leave so that you can just catch up properly?
Yeah, would you mind? This is between Baloth and I. Hey,
I think we can only fit so much comic book dialogue in before the battle continues. So quick, hurry up! Our speech bubbles are filling up.
Did you say the Raven Queen was recruiting minions?
Well, partners, minion there are some connotations to minion.
Come on, it's you and me, Baloth. You can be honest. Like,
okay, yeah, totally. She's recruiting minions. Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing: minions, they follow rules. I'm not good at following rules. I don't want to be good at following rules.
Oh, I'm terrible at it myself. So
okay, good.
Worry,
So you and I agree.
She's got a very big tent for her minions.
All right. So you accepted the Wand of Orcus, right? Does this mean that Shaka is no longer part of the Raven Queen's deal?
I'm not sure. You'd have to talk to him about it. I can't keep up with everyone's comings and goings. All I know is Wand of Orcus.
Congratulations on your newly acquired artifacts. Whittle is going to boots of speed so fast around Tiamat that she is going to time stop again.
Okay.
And she did roll a 4 again.
Okay. Minsk is on deck, by the way. Go ahead, Whittle.
She is going to, again, for the first time actually, delayed blast fireball.
Okay.
Transmute to acid, level 7.
Okay.
The save is a Dex 20.
Okay. What's the next action?
The next action is Feeble Mind, but would it be okay if I hold back the psychic damage?
Is that an option that you have?
DM call.
Yeah, no, it's all feeble mind is feeble mind. Yeah.
We will go to the next thing.
Okay. Wait, so you are or are not gonna feeble mind?
I am not going to Feeble Mind.
Okay. All right.
I am going to do another fireball, but not delayed. This will knock Tiamat out of time stop. Level 8 fireball transmute to acid and sculpt so that none of my friends get hit. That applies to both the delayed blast fireball and the regular fireball.
right.
That save is intelligence 19 or higher.
Okay. All right. Anything else? Was that 2 or 3?
4 actually.
Yeah. All right. Was that everything?
The last one will be Crown of Stars.
Perfect. Is that a save from her or an attack from you?
Attack from me.
Okay.
That attack roll is a 22. Does that hit?
That is not enough.
All right. Well, that's it for me.
And as you rejoin time, explosions of acid go off and she does not flinch. Just drips off of her scales.
How are you so strong?
I'm the supreme being.
Does this mean we're not best friends anymore?
I'm afraid so.
I mean, nothing hit you, so. No harm, no foul.
Was Walnut going to say something there? See, Walnut was going to say something.
No, just amazing.
Anything else from Whittle?
That's it.
Minsk, it is your turn.
All right. So we have a giant-sized giant space hamster. So he's gargantuan, and he's been looming this entire time, ready to attack. And we've got this down to our level 20. We know each other intimately. We've traveled literally through decades. And so I've got Lilikor, the Vorpal Greatsword.
Yeah, let's go!
Hamster attack formation, Delta. And we're going to go on the attack here. So I'm going to leap up. Clearly the redhead, I've already lopped that one off. So even though it regrew, in Minsk's mind, it's gone. It doesn't exist. So he's going to go for the black dragon head and take a big triple swing with his barbaric rage. And then Boo will go on the attack. So here's what we got.
Go ahead and roll it.
Sorry, yeah. First one is a 20, but not a natural. Then I got a 30, and I got a 21. So I assume it's just the 30 that hit?
Yep. That is one hit and one miss.
30 is plus 1d6. Hold on one sec. I've got 23 damage on that hit.
23, perfect.
And then Boo is going to unleash his gargantuan fury. He's got a 28 for his hit there.
That is enough.
And damage-wise...
What does it look like when Massive Boo attacks now?
So Boo is a giant-sized giant space hamster. He's gargantuan-sized. So when he comes down, these giant paws just sort of grab at the black dragon head, sort of grip it around, and he just takes a big chomp with these now like building-sized buck teeth of hamster fury.
Perfect. How much damage does Boo do?
I'm just about to find out. Hold on one sec. And that chomps down for a total of 24 damage. Oh my god.
24. You guys are wailing on her. She's very beat up. Like she's clearly like woozy on her feet. But defiant to the last. Anything else from Minsk?
Just basically, screaming of his legendary deeds. And
hoping that we can pull this off. Yes.
You evil! All must die!
Yes. All, like she has to die like 5 times. Yes. Shaka. She is woozy and unstable. And as you are looking at her, Shaka, everything goes strangely quiet, and a mist rolls in past your feet. And you see the Raven Queen again. And she looks up at Tiamat and she looks back at you. And she says, "You have rejected me twice. I will not ask again. I simply wish to know what you plan to do."
Well, it looks like we are defeating. It looks like we are close to victory without your assistance.
Oh, you think I haven't assisted? Okay.
Oh, well,
Thanks again
maybe
for the wand of orcas.
Yeah, hopefully you haven't assisted anyone else. If you're gonna help, just help, right? And enough of these games. If you're gonna help us take down the Dragon Queen, then just do it.
She turns and she looks up at Tiamat again, and she looks at you, and she says, "I'm really going to enjoy our time together, Shaka." And she holds her hand up, and you see a greenish mass appear in the palm of her hand. And in it, you see moments of your life playing. Happy times. Happy times with the rivals when you were growing up. Just good days. And she just clenches her hand around it and kind of absorbs it. "Go on, hero."
Well, I know that you've taken important things from me. And I don't know if I'll ever be able to get those back. But right now, the world is at stake. And if that's the sacrifice I have to make to avoid being deceived by yet another powerful being, that is a situation that I'm willing to put myself in.
Deceived. I've spoken nothing but the truth. But go on, be a hero.
Okay. Am I free to attack?
Yeah,
Tiamat while
she
okay.
just motions towards Tiamat, and you see everything goes back to normal with the roaring.
Great. Shaka is very frustrated right now. He is trying to think about the scenes that he saw in the Raven Queen's hand. He can't quite gather what was there anymore. Like, he saw these things, he can't really formulate them in his mind anymore. And as he looks around and he sees some people on the ground, he sees some people being afflicted in like some way. He's thinking about everything that happened with the grandfather tree and the temple and the forest, and he just lets out a very loud scream as he casts Psychic Scream at 9th level.
Perfect. Is that an attack from you or a save from her?
Now, B Dave, the glorious DM, where I'm totally not sucking up to, I can target up to 10 creatures. Is each head a creature?
You know, I let somebody else go after each head, so yeah, sure. I will let you target each head individually.
Okay, then each head has to make a Con 18. Wait, sorry. Hold on. A Intelligence 18. I mean, sorry.
As chunky as her bonuses are, 2 of the heads fail. So what happens?
Okay, so let's start with the 2 that fail. So the two that fail are stunned. And each one takes 14d6. So
Perfect. Roll it.
So one takes 39 points of damage. And the other one takes 48 points of damage. So that's the two that failed. The other ones. Also, sorry, go ahead. Okay. The others take half and are not stunned. So let's just do those really quick. All right. So like one head takes 22 points of damage. Whoops, that's wrong. One head takes 22 points of damage. And were there only 4 left? Or like
no, technically all 5 are still in the
all
fight.
5.
The blue head's not looking like not doing well, and neither's the red head, but it's still in it.
Yeah. And the like final one that passed takes 18 points of damage.
Shaka, as you do this, you see she begins to stumble backwards and kind of like collapses slightly. And out of the ground, this green energy begins coalescing. The energy that Group 2 has very much seen before. And starts swirling up over her. And you see she starts to glow with all 5 colors. She starts to strobe chromatically: green, white, red, blue, and black. And she just looks down at all of you, and all 5 heads roar. In Havilar, everything stops for a second. And the Raven Queen standing in front of you.
Oh, jeez.
And she says, "This is it. Your fatal mistake. She's going to kill everyone." In Havilar, in front of you, you see a shockwave go off from Tiamat that blows out the sides of the mountains and lays out everyone.
Ah!
And Tiamat just stands there roaring and picks up Averin in particular and bites into him with one of the heads, and picks up Minsk and bites into him with another one of them. And the Raven Queen just stands there watching. She's like,
No, I like those guys. Okay, is this the hand thing? Will you do the hand thing?
"Would you like to save them?"
That's what I'm trying to do with the hand thing. Is that not what we're doing?
No hands this time. And behind her, you see a doorway open up, Havilar, that is made out of a greenish outline. And on the other side, you see that place. You see the Shadowfell.
Oh no, the spooky castle.
Serve me and save your friends.
Can I hit her one more time?
No. And she just steps back and motions towards the door.
Will you tell Farida what happened?
No.
Will you just give her a significant look? She's real good at significant looks.
Fine.
Okay, fine.
I'll make sure your sister knows.
Okay. Well. Okay, I guess I'm going with you then.
And she just motions towards the door. Do you go through it?
Now, wait a second. Now, I know I'm off screen, but I know Havilar. I've adventured with her a few times. If I see this going on, I can fly. I haven't done that much other than cast the spell and get ready to go into my blade singing. If I can knock her out of the way and not let her do this, I'll definitely do that, because I know this is a bad idea, and I don't want to see Havilar get in trouble.
Havilar.
Yeah.
you see Melf fly in your direction and try and help you.
I would really like help, but I
Give
also
me-
know.
Give me athletics, Melf.
All right, you got it. Let's see. Not that great. It is a 15.
The Raven Queen literally got a natural 20.
Ah.
Melf, as you fly towards her, the Raven Queen just reaches out and snatches you by the throat. And she
No,
turns
put
your
him down.
face and looks at you and she says, "Today's not your day, hero."
Excuse me if I may.
And just pushes you down.
Raven Queen, I got a question. How about, I don't know if you could rewind time and make Tiamat unbite Avern's head off, but what about, hear me out, we sacrifice Avern to the Shadowfell instead of her? Because there's definitely no way he can ever escape. I can never escape. We're both gonna be doomed to the Shadowfell with you forever.
Whittle. No god anywhere ever would take Avern's worn, inglorious, and shabby soul over Avalar's.
Yeah, but like, wouldn't
You
it
would
feel
know.
so good to damn Avern's soul to the Shadowfell forever? Like, how many times has he wronged you?
I'm sure he'll find his own way. Avalar.
Havlar's gonna run up.
Going to wrong you
Whittle.
in a lot more.
Avalar's gonna do what?
She's gonna run up to Whittle, and she's gonna hug her. She's gonna say, "I'm sorry that we didn't get to hang out more, because I think your Loogie Root thing is so cool." And then she's gonna lean in. She's gonna go, "You guys come save me, okay? I think maybe that would work. If you guys."
Yeah,
come save
we're
me."
gonna be there soon.
Okay.
And
Don't die.
Whittle is like hulking over you. She's like 7 feet taller than you, and
Mhm.
she just kind of leans
She's a
down. And
Loogie-
she just kind of holds you and says, "We're gonna find you real soon. We're gonna find a way out. Don't be afraid.
Okay, I'm gonna be a little afraid, because have you seen that castle?
That castle ain't nothing. It's like half of what it was before. Trust me."
Okay, and then Havlar's gonna back up, and she's gonna turn, and she's gonna follow the Raven Queen. But she's gonna look back over her shoulder at this battlefield, and hope all of you guys hope she did the right thing.
You see, as Havalar walks through the door, the Raven Queen walks back towards it, and she just looks at you, Shaka, and she just points and says, "Soon. But a deal is a deal." And she motions her hands, and you see the shockwave from Tiamat come back into her. And Tiamat looks down and looks confused and looks over and sees the Raven Queen as the Raven Queen walks through the door with Havalar, and they vanish. And she just goes, "Ah!" Here is how we are going to conclude this, because the Tiamat's about to go ballistic. Could I get the big overlay one more time? Yeah, you've preempted me. All of you get one more thing, and if not, she is going to kill you all. And I will start back with group 3. Just real quick, you don't even have to worry about the dice or any of that. Just tell me what your intent is. Melf. Nope.
Sorry about
I
that.
think-
I was muted.
Yeah, you're muted. Yep.
Yeah.
Mel.
Yep. I'm just going to fly straight at the red dragon, which I perceive as the most powerful one, and I'm going to attack one of the eyes with 3 strikes with my sword, and just try to blind that one. So
Melf is gonna beat on her. Give me the number when you have it. Walnut. What's Walnut doing?
Walnut looks at Evelyn and Strix and is just like back in her elf form, and she's bleeding out. She looks terrible, and she goes, "Oh yeah, we're gonna die here." And she smacks Evelyn and confers haste on her, and then
I think she already had haste, so you don't have to.
I
think she
did,
gets-
but I had it last turn, and then it would have expired, and I would have been lethargic this turn. But this extra haste will be the extra little juice that I need to have a turn this turn.
Oh no, you got it for a minute. You got you got a minute worth of hasting. It's when that won't happen till it's over. So you're good. You know, and you don't have to use your thing on that Walnut. She's still plenty hasted.
I used a spell when I hasted Evelyn.
Yeah, nope. She's good. She's good for a minute, which is forever in a fight.
Okay. Well, then don't even worry about it. Then I do turn into a mammoth. And I grab Evelyn with my trunk and kind of stick her on the back of my body, and I trumpet like a battle charge while looking at Strix pleadingly, and then just really quickly also because I can cast a spell, why not? I summon a draconic spirit, and I do call forth the spirit of a bronze dragon. And
Perfect.
I just have a large. Also,
another one of those dang things takes the field. Yeah, Tiamat hates it. Thanks.
Great.
Perfect. Anything else for Walnut?
That is it. Just super puppy dog eyes at Strix. Help.
Perfect.
You gave a hate over 35, or correction, over 25 3 times.
Yep.
For a total of 70 points of damage.
Perfect. You were beating on her. Perfect. Strix, and then Tanya.
Okay. So I look at my friends and we make eyes about the secret crying, flying, the trumpeting maneuver that we've done maybe never before. And first, I'm going to use my telekinesis to lift up Walnut, the mammoth, into the air.
I love it.
Above Tiamat. And I look at Evelyn like, please direct maybe where this is going to go. I don't know if this is going to work. And then I will release the mammoth and Evelyn duo on top of Tiamat. But then I will use Quicken spell.
Mammoth bomb.
Mammoth bomb, yes. Then I will use Quicken spell to cast. Wait, what's it called? Because I've never used it before. Where'd it go? 1 second. I'm looking.
So Vlanya then Evelyn, by the way, on deck. Okay.
It's an 8th level spell, but I can't remember what it's called. Hold on. Ugh.
A lot's happening. I get it.
I know. Okay, it is. Where'd it go? It's like Hold Person, but it's a stronger one.
Hold Monster?
No, it's a. Where'd it go? Power Word Stun.
Power Word Stun.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, I would like to Quicken spell Power Word Stun.
It goes off and nothing happens.
What?
She doesn't even react. She barely flinches. Anything else for Strix?
It says though she's under 150 hit points. It's just, I say that under my breath.
What's that hit
It's just another small tantrum. But either way, I proudly watch the mammoth fall.
It's we will come back to the frickin' Dr. Strangelove evil in charge here in a second. Vlanya, as a mammoth is descending from orbit next to you. Vlanya, just what's your intention here?
Yeah, I'm gonna nope out of all this, and I'm hasted using my magical, wonderful game haste, which is basically it just is. Is that right? It just exists.
Yeah, you basically have the spell haste for the fight, essentially.
So I'm flying, and I'm just gonna go wide. I go wide around. I do not want an opportunity, nothing, and I'm just boop to the back behind Brig, and I'm gonna 7th level, and basically using my haste to just move, and then cast a 7th level magic missile.
Okay, just give me the damage when you have it. Anything else besides that, though?
Yeah, I am going to sing a song for Evelyn.
I like where this is headed.
Right now? Do you want me to sing it right now?
If you have a song to sing, otherwise we'll
I
use
do.
imagination. Oh, then yes, now would be the time for the singing.
Because we are heroes. I'm holding out for extra damage to Tiamat. We gotta be strong and we gotta be fast and we gotta heal up from this fight. Yeah, we are heroes. And then just magically behind me, heroes. Bardic inspiration.
Perfect. Evelyn, as you are descending on your mammoth friend towards Tiamat, and you see the white head and the black head turn around and look at you. Lathander appears in the air next to you as you're falling, and he just says, Evelyn, I want you to know if this doesn't work, you will always have a spot waiting for you in my halls.
I know. I believe it with all my heart, but can I stay here a little bit? Because I think maybe we got
yes,
this.
I want you to
Okay.
win. No, absolutely. Yes. No, aim for the back of the neck there. That looks vulnerable.
Ooh, okay. Evelyn wants to, because she's been hastened, she has an extra action. So she's first going to like cover her heart like this and then look up and summon Celestial. And the celestial angelic form of her father appears in the air next to her, and she says, "Daddy, that one," and points at the back of the dragon's neck. And the celestial spirit will use their bow, I forget what it's called, but shoot radiant damage. And I rolled horribly, so it's only 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 radiant damage, but it's still cool. It looks really cool.
Looks really cool.
And then Evelyn will take another swing with her battle axe from the back of the mammoth as she falls. Just a big ol' lightfall battle axe swoop. And that's going to be 14 plus the divine smite, which will be 30, so a total of 44 radiant.
Perfect. You slam down on Tiamat, wailing on her with this radiant damage.
And I look to make sure Lathander's watching.
Oh, Lathander's absolutely watching. Very proud. Very proud. 2 thumbs up. You're doing great, honey. You know?
Lame.
Strix, I'm still proud of you. It's fine. I know
Whatever.
you don't love me, but I love you.
Gross.
Group 1, again, Averin, what is your intent? Just intent.
Oh, my intent. She looks pretty banged up, right?
Oh yeah, she healed substantially when that green energy came back in, but she's beat up.
I just talked to her. It must be very frustrating for you, being so almighty and powerful, and just 15 mortals have hurt you so easily. I thought we should have died instantly amongst your like grandiose power and all of your puffing up and telling us how you are the master of the universe and you were going to destroy the entire world. And there's 15 of us. 15. That's half a classroom from where I'm from. And look at you. You're bleeding. Your red head is all janky.
I did kill all of you until Lathander intervened and the Raven Queen and my stupid brother.
Oh, and then someone else picked on you. Did someone else pick on you too? Did someone else do something? Did someone else intervene?
I swear.
Didn't you not have the
will
entire
get out
army
of
of dragon
whatever
cultists?
hell I end up back in, and I will have my revenge on all of you.
You know, you did have a lot of dragons too, and they didn't even help. So I just want you to know, I'm not even going to attack you right now. Because I think you know, deep down, even if you don't die, you've lost.
Averin, you see she turns and looks at you, and you see the eyes on all of her heads looking around, and for the first time, she definitely seems to be calculating the odds. However, Brig.
I'm going to cast confusion on her by singing a love song to her. You could be my dragon queen, and I could be your paladin. Our love will be evergreen. We're just like fire and gasoline. I got to give snippets. It's a long show. We got 15 people. You're getting highlights only.
What's the save for her?
18.
18 what?
Wisdom.
Unfortunately, she does make the save.
I figured.
She just looks at you and she's like, Now? Now? I mean, we had so many times to talk before, but now. Fine.
I mean, we could just leave right now. We could just go. We could just go.
No, too late for that. Celise, or anything else for Brig?
He'll use that song for Bardic inspiration again to Celise, who's next.
Perfect. Is it a D what?
D8.
D8. Celise, your intent.
My intent is to use Destructive Wave and try to just finish her off.
All right. Is that an attack from you or a save from her?
Save from her, con 15.
All right. She does make the save. She's got, I need y'all to know, she's got such chunky pluses. I haven't even used her legendaries. I haven't used any of them. She just has made saves against everything.
Wow, rubbing it in our face.
She got some chunky stats. I'm just saying. She's very
but not against mean talk.
That's true. Not against getting her feelings hurt. Is that all or nothing, or is it partial damage, Celise?
It is half damage.
Okay, give me the damage when you got it. Anything else from Celise?
Unless I can do either another spell or another attack, that is it.
All right, just give me the damage when you got it. Well, did Celise get hasted or no?
No.
Okay. Baloth squad.
Okay, well, the Baloth squad is going to continue their attacks. The Demi-Lich will try to drain life. Gross is going to continue hacking away with Sorrow. Najim is actually going to use, as his Jinn Noble, he's going to use a wish at Baloth's direction to try to gate Tiamat into the Tarask's old cell at the Black Pits. Which is, of course, highly magically warded and whatnot. It can withstand the Tarask, so maybe it'll hold Tiamat for a while. And Baloth is going to be flipping through the little instruction manual that came with the Wand of Orcus. He's looking over at her. It's like, ooh, power word kill. He looks over. How does she look? Really badly hurt, or just kind of badly hurt?
She looks pretty beat up.
Power word kill, eh? Can he actually hold? He's going to wait until some more attacks land on her, and as soon as he thinks that she is like at the appropriate amount of beat up, he's going to unleash a power word kill from the Wand of Orcus.
Perfect. Baloth, give me a charisma save.
I'm good at that. That will be a 28 total.
That is enough. Baloth, you see she looks at you and you see fire and hate in her eyes, but whatever she tries to do to you does not work.
Oh, and question, is this a charm or a fear effect?
Neither.
Oh, okay. Because the Wand of Orcus makes me immune to either of those.
Yep. Nope. Wouldn't have been that.
Okay.
Unfortunately, this is when it would have been Havilar's turn. Sad Havilar. And Dahani, intent.
3 arrows to the 3 heads that look better than the red head and the blue head, with stunning strikes on each of them.
Perfect. Give me the damage when you have it.
It is 79 points of damage and 3 con 19 saves.
Oh. The damage adds up, but you see she seems unaffected by your stunning strike.
That's fine. I just wanted to give it a shot.
Oh, no, literally. Penelope, your turn.
Penelope looks around and she sees all of this chaos going on, and she looks at each hero who's literally giving it their all, and in this chaos she comes out of being a mammoth. She shrinks down to her original size. She releases the thorns around the neck of the white dragon, letting them fall to the ground, and she takes off her shrub cloak and she looks up at Tiamat and just says,
I want you to know I will be here with you at the end of all things. No matter what happens, everybody needs a friend in the end.
That's it.
And you all see she turns back to the Dark Lady form and just stands there in front of Penelope. But she doesn't say anything, turning her back on Minsk and Shaka. As she's standing there, what do the two of you do?
I'm in the middle of this raging attack, and I'm just sort of like, evil must be destroyed for good to flourish. You are the ultimate evil. Therefore, we are the ultimate hamsters. And I'm sort of bringing down Lillicore, attacking her as hard as I can.
And as Minsk is attacking her, when she seems to not be paying any attention, just standing there in front of Penelope, what does Shaka do? You are muted, sir.
Yeah, can't leave a battle without any Eldritch Blasting. So I'm gonna hit all 4 beams directly on the Dark Lady. Since she's turned around, do I get advantage on those?
No, it's just still normal attacks.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Yeah.
Nope.
So I'll just roll those. So
Yep.
I get
any
16.
any 20s there, Minsk?
No 20s, I'm afraid. But I do have a hamster attack still to unleash. So I just slash her with the sword 3 times, and then the hamster is going to roll. And I did roll a 19 with the hamster, which is pretty darn spiffy. And he's got a plus 14 to hit, so that is ridiculous.
More than enough.
Yes.
A big boo claw comes down. All right, and Shaka.
Only 1 hits for only 9 damage, but you know, there's a lot going on. So 3 of those beams just fly past her, and 1, yeah.
You see Penelope. She drops to her knees in front of you. And she opens her mouth to say something, and a little bit of blood comes out. And she just sort of... I just wanted to bring peace. Does Penelope say anything back to her?
Penelope just steps forward and takes her hand and holds it in hers.
Evelyn. Lathander appears next to you again and says, well, this is a quandary. She is, of course, categorically evil, and yet in this moment, would mercy be more appropriate, my child? You tell me.
I thought you would know. I would ask you, but is this a test?
I cannot do for mortals what mortals must do for themselves.
Well, when one dies, one is simply sent on a new path with a new chance for righteousness. So in that sense, ending her would be an offering of its own kind for her, but mercy is the light that we share with others on this earth. And I sure do like mercy. Mercy? I guess mercy? Is that the right answer?
He just crosses his arms and he just sort of smiles and nods at you. However, she's pretty much defenseless. Anybody that wants to attack, roll 1 more time right now.
Does that power word kill go off?
Baloth, you speak the word.
Oh.
And it echoes. And you see she sort of shudders for a second. And she looks at Penelope and she says, I could have kept fighting, you know.
No,
and just slumps forward against her.
And Penelope in her ear says, even if she's gone, she'll say,
and that you did good.
And with that, Tiamat, the Dark Lady, is defeated.
Yeah!
Wow.
So,
the Slayer of Tiamat!
I know it's a bit sad, but I get the blackhead right on the redhead.
I got tips on the redhead.
Yeah,
One
I got a wedding
redhead
gift. I got a
already decapitated.
Penelope, I'm sorry for your loss.
There was some help. There was some help, but that'll be in the appendix, really.
Well,
but...
I undermined her confidence mainly. That was the main thing.
Sure.
She was shook by my words.
Slayer of Tiamat.
Before we go here, there is one more thing that is going to happen. But before I give the winners, since we didn't get to say who all you beautiful people were at the top, super quick, we will give real fast who you are, who you were playing, and where you can be found, starting with Walnut.
Hello, I'm Tristan. I played Walnut. You can find me on Twitter, Tristan Falcone. I'm a graphic designer for Dungeons and Dragons.
Woo!
Also, spoiler alert, all these wonderful people are in Idle Champions, and all of them have their new Ascendant skins, and everybody looks really cool right now. Evelyn.
Hi, I'm Anna Prosser. I played Evelyn Marthane. She is also available to watch in Dice Camera Action, Acquisitions Incorporated, the CTeam, and Acquisitions Incorporated, especially coming up live at PAX Unplugged. And you can find more about me at annaprosser.com or Anna Prosser anywhere where social medias are sold.
It's true. Wherever fine streaming content can be located. Also, you're worth the follow. I mean, you're objectively worth the follow because you're wonderful, but the dog is also worth the follow.
The dog is always here.
There it is. I'm glad you didn't put her up while Tiamat was still on the screen. I can't have anything dull her claws, okay?
Yeah, this is Happy Niski. You can just follow her if you don't want to follow me.
Celise.
Hey, I'm Tanya. I played Celise Astorio. You can find her on Rivals Waterdeep. We're back on Sunday for our penultimate episode, and we're doing our season finale at PAX Unplugged, Friday 8:30, main stage. So if you're going to be at PAX or watching at home, you can see our finale. You can also catch me with B. Dave on Black Dice Society along with Mark. And Cypher to everywhere online.
Perfect. And Penelope.
Hi, I'm Hope LaVelle. You can watch me play some D&D with B. Dave and Meagan here every Tuesday on Demi Plane, where I continue to play Penelope.
We're getting married next week.
Yes, we are getting married.
That's also happening. That's next week. Vlanya.
I'm Satine Phoenix, and today I'm Vlani Umvara, the band manager of Sirens. I am also the game master of Sirens, and if you like Vlani, or you want to fight some rebellion, or you want to fight along with some rebellion against some bad guys, check out thebardbook.com, Sirens Battle of the Bards. And if you want to go on vacation with me and a bunch of my friends, Jason Charles Miller is going to be there. Go to satinesquest.com for luxury travel gaming adventures.
Ooh. The morally implacable, but still perhaps slightly soul-stolen, Shaka.
So I am Shareef. I played Shaka. You can check me out on Rivals of Waterdeep. As Tanya said, our season finale will be at PAX Unplugged, so make sure to check that out as well. And you can find all my stuff at ShareefJackson.com or Shareef Jackson on all social networks.
Perfect. Strix.
Hello, I'm Holly. I'm in most of the same places that Anna is, and Dice Camera Action and Ack Inc. and Acking CTeam and all those D&D games. And you can find me online at We Crowing Hens. I know it's a weird name. I just make art. I'm an art weirdo. Here you go. Hi. Bye. Thank you for having me.
Also, Thrower of Shade at Gods of Light.
Yes, yeah. Strix doesn't like powers, so you know.
Minsk.
Hey, I'm Jim Zub. I was playing Minsk, the infamous ranger of legend and foolishness from Baldur's Gate. I've been writing the official D&D comic since 5th edition launch back in 2014. The newest miniseries you can read is a prelude to Baldur's Gate 3. It's called Mindbreaker, and our second issue just came out. I hope you give it a read. I also co-wrote and created the Young Adventurers Guides. If you want to bring kids and new players into the hobby, I hope you give them a read. It's an absolute joy to be playing here with this crew. I'm not on any regular stream games right now, but hopefully that'll change in 2022. And I hope to see you guys more online. You can find me at jimzub.com.
I will say we're doing a charity one-shot this Saturday at 12 noon Pacific. I'll put all the details out, but Jim Zub will return this Saturday at noon. So there you go. There's something to look forward to. Havilar.
Hi, I'm Erin M. Evans. I played Havilar, who you can read about in my novel series, the Brimstone Angels Saga. You can also find me here on this channel with our illustrious DM and Trevor Bettis for Champions of Lore at 11 a.m. on Wednesdays. And on twitch.tv/Dungeon Scrawlers at 6:30 p.m. on Wednesdays, I play Cecilia, who is definitely not a warlock.
Definitely not a warlock. Baloth Baratil, Slayer of Tiamat.
Hello, I am Mark Meer. I played Baloth Baratil, Master of the Black Pits, Wielder of the Wand of Orcus, Slayer of Tiamat, and also the Slayer of Alabaster Booty Clap, who was the Kirkland brand version of Hallister Blackcloak.
It's true. No. He was Hallister Blackcloak from Wish.com. That is true.
Yeah, the Wish.com, Hallister Blackcloak. I can be seen on the Black Dice Society. Of course, we are on hiatus right now, but we're coming up. Can I mention, B-Dave, that we have a holiday episode on the way?
Absolutely.
That is on December 16th. You can rejoin with all your favorite Ravenloft heroes of the Black Dice Society. Ed will be coming back, I believe. I can also say that we will be coming back in 2022. You can also catch me on Stitch of Fate, a podcast by night, wherever you find your podcast. That is a Vampire the Masquerade actual play. And, I'm hanging out on the Instagram and the Twitter, and I don't have unified social media handles, so track me down.
I realized we got out of order because I'm on a 2-machine setup, and one of my machines froze here, but not the streaming machine. LaTia. Sorry, Dahani.
That's okay. I'm LaTia. I am a 16.6% recurring cast member of Rivals of Waterdeep with Shaka and Celise. You can find me on Twitter at LaTia Jacquise. It's my name. It's everywhere. And I'm the community relations coordinator for Mighty Cook Games. If you like games, you should check us out.
I appreciate that it was I who broke the overlay this time, but at least I broke the overlay right at the very end here. So, Whittle.
Hello, everyone. I'm Meagan Kenreck, and you can find me and Whittle on Heroes of the Plains every Tuesday at 6 p.m. And Penelope and Freely's wedding episode will be next week, where I will hopefully have one of Tiamat's heads and perhaps something else super cool to gift them. You can also learn more about me as a human on Twitter at Meagan Kenreck.
And last but certainly not least, Averin, the Skelly Boy.
I'm Todd Kenreck, and I'm up to D&D things. I'm up to a lot of D&D things next year, and this is my Dog Fizz gig.
Oh my goodness!
You skipped me, Dave.
He says hello.
It's very difficult for me to see.
It's okay.
Yes,
I forgive you. Hey, I'm Luke Gygax. I played Melf, and if you want to see me, come to GaryCon, which is in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Coming up in March, play.garycon.com. If you want to learn more about me, at lukegygax.com. And of course, many of my friends will be there, including Satine Phoenix.
Well, the thing is Jameson and I are going to have our wedding ceremony that Thursday, and Luke is officiating.
I'm gonna this is gonna be my first.
Amazing.
I'm gonna perform the ceremony. My first wedding ever will be marrying Satine and Jameson, and I'm so very proud of that. So thank you for allowing me to do
that. The production overlord.
Yes, you missed someone.
But who else did I miss? I'm frozen. I'm
Your
trying to right now.
Your oldest friend. Your literally oldest friend.
Wow. Because you live in here. Hey, I can be found either. So yes, Brig, Hellclaw.
Yeah, I'm Jason Charles Miller.
Excuse me, y'all. I'm keeping track of a number of things right
It's all right. Also known as B-Dave's oldest LA friend.
It's true.
But yeah,
The
and
first.
you can find me right here on this channel every Tuesday. I co-host a songwriting show called Bardic Inspiration, where Dylan and I will write a song with the audience every week about a different character from Dungeons and Dragons. Also coming back next year, I'm the DM for the Gaxx pack, which is on GaryCon Live. And then right now, I'm about to stream on my channel one of my music shows, Miller's Music Mondays. So I'm out of here to go get ready for that. But this is where you can find me right there in the chat.
Yes, stick around. There's still another thing. But before I reveal my other thing, for real this time, I'm TV's B. Dave Walters. You can find me on G4 in the Black Dice Society and a bunch of other places.
Nice.
So just
Such a
follow me.
flex. So good.
We all love B. Dave. You're awesome.
You know, follow me at B. Dave Walters. I just started saying it SDCC. I'm like, I mean it non-ironically. I'm TV's B. Dave Walters now. The production overlord.
Yes.
Because I am frozen, I cannot see the winners of the drawings.
Oh, you
Is
want
that-
the winners?
Please, I'm sure they'd like to know. You know,
Sure, not a
because-
problem. Okay, so for Gargantuan Tiamat, not Tiamat, that's a different one. Skullbash 1241, congratulations. Yeah, right? You won the Gargantuan Tiamat from WizKids D&D Icons of the Realms.
She a big old
And
girl.
she is a chonk. And to Kay Sullivan, you won the Especially Ascendant Collection. Congratulations.
There you go.
Nice.
Congrats.
Tiamat would be cool, though. I have to say,
Yeah.
I would like a
You know
what? We
Tiamat.
gotta save something for the sequel. Save something for the sequel for Tiamat.
All right.
Speaking of saving
Chia.
something
Yeah,
for
Chia
the
Pet Tiamat.
speaking of saving something for the sequel, while yes,
One moment, please. But do you want the other two parts also read? Because we had
I-
a little bit more.
if there's more to say, then yes, please say
There
those
is
things.
more to say. Okay,
Yeah.
Idle Champions will have a special announcement tomorrow morning. Tune in to CNE Games Twitch at 9 a.m. Pacific and learn what's next. And thank you for joining us for the finale of Idle Champions Presents the Trials of Mount Tiamat. We will return, I believe, in 2021, which should lead us into a little something that B-Dave, do you care to drop?
We'll return in 2022.
2022.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
What is
Yes.
time?
Yeah.
So in the how many times?
I
No, no.
rejected with all the other lies
I
of the before
know,
times.
It just
So many
Uh,
time stops, we get confused.
Yeah.
Let me just
Legit.
say
That being
But-
said,
thank you all for being here. Thank you all for playing. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to Jake and Q Times and everyone else behind the scenes that work to make this gargantuan undertaking possible. Again, my computer was so tired it couldn't finish, and it's not even the one doing the work. So thank you so much. But before we go, while you all were battling Tiamat, you were not the only ones fighting alongside the mountain. Elsewhere, a very different conversation was taking place. The roars of anger as Tiamat howls from all 5 of her heads in lava and magma is erupting out of the mountain from the charges that have been placed at the bottom. As war is sweeping across Mount Tiamat, we find another tiefling lost and separated from her combat group. What does Farida look like?
Farida is a tiefling warlock. She has dark hair that has a purplish cast. She's wearing blue robes that are burnt in places, though she doesn't seem to notice. She looks a lot like Havilar. In fact, almost identical to Havilar, except where Havilar has golden eyes, Farida has 1 gold and 1 silver.
Farida, as you are stumbling through the scorched and devastated woods here, separated from your group after having completed your mission, up ahead you see 3 men come stumbling out of the woods. They're wearing purple robes that are matted and caked with blood and ash and soot, and they look at you and they're like, more blood for the Dark Mother, huh? And they
It's all-
draw
Oh.
knives.
It's over. You're not going to win this.
Well, then we'll die trying. And they definitely are going to charge you, Farida.
I'm going to raise a wall of fire. between us and drive them back.
We don't fear the flames. And
Okay.
Yes.
It's gonna hit them with Eldritch Blast.
Just as they charge forward, what do Farida's Eldritch Blasts look like when she fires them?
Oh, they are crackling missiles of purple and black energy. She utters a word of infernal that tangles on the air as they streak from her fingers.
Is you see all three of these men just hit the ground in a clump. Up ahead in the sky over you, you see a golden ball with specks of green and red through it come streaking out of the sky and land in front of you. And it's Freely, your sister's friend. It looks like him, but he's different. He's gold and has long hair and armor on, but he's covered in mud and dirt, and he very clearly looks panicked. And he's like, Farida, oh, I'm so glad I found you.
Are you okay? Where's Havilar?
Well, she's fighting. Everybody's fighting Tiamat. Like, we thought they got you. You're supposed to be there right now.
Oh my God. Okay. How do we get up there?
Wait. Okay. I mean, so you were with Briv and Alindra and Orkira. Were they okay? Like, you guys had your.
We got separated. They came at us. They split our party. I got pulled off to the side. I'm so glad you're here. I wasn't sure where to go.
No. Okay, I got you. We'll go. Believe me, Havilar, she needs you. It was incredible. You should have seen. And Farida, as he is talking, you feel like a knife made out of ice jam into your heart. You're aware the presence of your sister is gone.
Really?
Yeah?
Really, I think something just happened.
What?
Where is Havilar?
I mean, she's...
Really, I think she's gone.
Right behind him, Farida, as he is attempting to console you. For a split second, you see a woman dressed all in black with porcelain white skin and long black hair standing near the trees. And she's looking at the ground, and she just looks up at you for a second and points at you.
Who are you?
Who is who? Oh! And she vanishes in a cloud of black feathers.
Really, who is that?
I think that was the Raven Queen, actually. Does she that mean something to you?
I think she took Havilar?
You all hear a roar that shakes the mountain. Like rocks begin to fall and trees shake. Okay.
Oh my God.
All right. We got it. I want to help you save Havilar, but Tiamat, we gotta. Come on, we gotta go.
Really, I can't leave her.
Okay. Okay. All right. You go after the Raven Queen. I'm gonna go help them fight Tiamat, and then we'll figure this out. We'll figure. Hey. Okay. You got this. Okay. You got this.
Okay. Not the first time, right?
I'm sure it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be in the roar again. He's like, okay, I gotta. I mean, Penelope's up there. We get
Stay
married.
safe.
Did you know that? No. Okay. Wait.
Okay. Congratulations.
Okay. All right. No, you go get Havilar. I'm gonna go get Penelope. Okay. Bye.
Okay.
And he turns and flies upward, leaving you here.
Okay.
Having to find a way to get to the Shadowfell and save your sister. And that is a good place for us to stop.